nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur, or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to
420.
Uostarosta.
Huh.
Uostarosta.
What's he doing? That's odd.
Booster. Booster.
I'm sure I can fix it. I think.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Mud Zone.
Spooky.
Wanna get high? Wanna get high? Wanna get high? Wanna get high? Was that a party or?
Ho, ho, ho.
The world is flat. I'm here to ring the alarm with my puppet like charm, straight from the barn. I'm talking about Flat Earth Farms, cause most don't know. They think we live on the globe, a ball that floats. So listen and take notes, and take it to a higher plane. Imagine yourself in all it contains, in all its glory and flair. Flat Earth Farms can take you there. Open your mind outside the box. No more staring at NASA's Photoshop. No more moon landings, no line to ya. No more people standing backwards in Australia. Just facts and pure truth. planted straight to the roots. Flat Earth Farms help you understand. A magical place on a wondrous land.
The world is flat, and that's a fact. Tell your friends next time you chat. Let them know a ball ain't that. Let's stay playing with the baseball bat. Cause we coming at the barn, a higher place. The Flat Earth Farm.
This could be it, Harry. Pass the word along. Tell the men it's time to shoot the moon.
Shoot the moon!
Not out there on the microphone. On the microphone.
Shoot the moon. Shoot the moon.
What are we gonna do tonight, Singe Man?
The same thing we do every night, Boston Ray. Try to take over the world.
Earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, now what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, now tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? I thought you knew about it. Would you rather do without it? The earth's a center, the sun and moon moves around it like a clock. Can you hit a moving target with a rocket? I'm not hard to get along with, just take a bong hit. Do you serve up any content? The stars are constant. You want a consolation for it? It makes me vomit. We never do get hit by comets. I know you want it, just leave another useless comment. NASA lost it. The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? Earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, now tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. You know it's flat, and there is a bunch of us. The globe is munching on a bunch of snuffleupagus. You think it's cute? Then why not cuddle up with us? We know it's flat, why you making such a fuss? My supper was the fucking best sex just because the earth is flat. It hit me like an uppercut to the nuts. The earth is flat and there's nothing you can do. The earth is flat and there's nothing you can do. There's a Russian with the crew, don't forget to brush after your food. Asteroids and asteroids too. The earth is flat and there's nothing you can do. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat and there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. What you gonna do about it? The earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? The earth is flat. It's fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. the earth is fucking flat.
Please, don't forget to tip your waitress.
The world of science cares about you. Eureka! We found it. With the tools of science, we have invented, yes, hand sanitizer. But not just any hand sanitizer. This hand sanitizer was developed and approved by the Dark One himself. Here are a few of the things our product can bring you.
Bow wow run, he's my mighty puppy. Sir bow wow run, he's my mighty puppy. Sir bow wow run, he's my mighty puppy. Sir bow wow. Mud. You slept. Warning, the self-destruct system has been activated. Option to override self-destruct expires in 10 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know I'm friends with all those women out there. Woo! All the ladies in the house, throw your hands in the air. Woo! Yo, this smack I'm flipping could send me back to prison. But my cash is tapped and I owe that back rent again. So I'm selling crack, even though it isn't legitimate. Lord forgive me, even though I know I'm a sin again. My rap's so cold, my flow is frozen again. When I get to spitting, it snows in Michigan. Overdosing off that Flint water. When I swim, my tongue explodes from those carcinogens. And then my lungs implode from no oxygen in them. Looking like I got toxic shock syndrome. Mockingjay when she plays the gunshot victim. I got sick when the liquor store sold me food. Drop that soap, girl, you know I'm broken your boo. Dripping sweat, getting wet, real open and new. Bet I hope I don't rip open your fallopian tube. You bet I hope I don't rip open your fallopian tube. Yo, I don't trust these masons who've been placed in these high places. Why? Cause I know these masons wanna see me placed inside these cages. Yo, you just a dick raping, baby, alien vaping, inhaling Homo sapien. You just a dick raping, baby, alien vaping, Homo sapien, Homo sapien. You just a dick Homo sapien. Yo, you just a dick raping, baby, alien vaping, inhaling. Shit's going bad, just know that we go back in a nanosecond. Hopefully you listen to this fast and be slow to speak. Only wish that I could grow some wings like Jenna and fly so far away. In my park car, my radio starts to play. In a bar, spitting bars, sipping Chardonnay till the wheels fall off. Yo, we just lost the brakes. Stop for a DUI and got locked away. We're drunk from alcohol and you got the shake. I had a lawyer, oh boy, he just lost the case. Technology got destroyed and they lost the case. But you still believe in moon rock and rock from space? Yeah, they brought from space. Yo, I don't trust these masons who've been placed in these high places. Why? Cause I know these masons wanna see me placed inside these cages. Lies. I don't trust no masons who've been placed in these high places. Why? Cause I know these masons wanna see me placed inside these cages. You just a dick raping, baby, alien vaping, inhaling Homo sapien. You just a dick raping, baby, alien vaping, inhaling Homo sapien, Homo sapien, Homo sapien, yo. You're just a Homo sapien. It's so hard to win when it's so hard to lose. Yo, it's so easy to lose when it's hard to win. It's so hard to win when it's so easy to lose. It's so easy to lose when it's hard to win. Yo, I don't trust these masons who've been placed in these high places. Why? Cause I know these masons wanna see me placed inside these cages. You just a dick raping, baby, alien vaping, inhaling Homo sapien. You just a Homo sapien, baby, just a lonely Homo sapien. You just a dick raping, baby, alien vaping, inhaling Homo sapien. Dick raping, baby, alien vaping, inhaling Homo sapien. You just a date. Space is fake.
Here we go again. Check it out. Yo, these mean streets is ice cold and callous. Where malice is blind, it lays waste to talented minds. I used to twist the cap off a bottle of Valentine and take another swig for every fallen pal of mine. Till my 40s was backwash and bottles was broken. Sniffing 40s and sacks off the side of a token. Now you boys better back off, don't try to provoke them. I put holes in your jacket, oh fuck the side of it soaking. Might of a sultan, it's the sight of a fighter revolting. The vibes of the rebel, look into the eyes of the devil, incite and insult them. You go see the sides of the metal, the hole you falling in, the dirt spilling from the side of the shovel. In summation, I done run around the nation now, all the way to Russia. Now they wanna rush him and try to take him down. I move mountains to make it happen, you feel the shaking ground. You ain't understood it, so I guess I better break it down. These dudes try taking my spot. They wanna come and take what I got. I ain't getting beat up or shot. It ain't happening, nah, it ain't happening. These dudes try taking my spot. They wanna come and take what I got. I ain't getting beat up or shot. It ain't happening, nah, it ain't happening.
I'm in the crib tripping and rolling, sniffing and smoking. Outside the pigs are patrolling, so picture this moment. Got a loaded gun, holding funds. Bunch of stolen ones, a brick stack of Benjamins, Molly, Bacardi, Coke and rum. Headphones on, a high beat, the drop heat. Grab my notebook, then I proceed to rock geek. This is my chance. Got a pistol in hand, shit on your mans, dissing them scrams. Keep listening, fam, ripping the jam. So easy the kids understand. I'm the illest, so damn real. Make you piss in your pants. I'm the yard boy, got the whole world in my front door. I want more money, that's what I come for. Run yours, arms acrobatic in action. Monster madman, mathematics I'm mashing. Earth the heat and disturbed. 30 heat in my word. Early chief in the herb degrees, 33 in the third. These dudes wanna fall like they hard. They wanna take mines and get large. Wanna step foot in my yard. These dudes wanna fall like they hard. They wanna take mines and get large. Wanna step foot in my yard.
Niggas disco rapping like Gloria Gaynor, while I splash the ink like a Renaissance painter. It's insane paragraphs stuck in my brain. I stretch out the canvas and staple a frame and pass it like a no-look. The gallery's my notebook where every single rhyme is tainted. This lead in the paint, ain't it? Amazing what I do with big pens. Van Gogh, Starry Night painted again. I spit 16s in the chapel. Michelangelo painted the apple that Eve bit. This is real shit, so slide with me like the serpent in the garden. Beg your pardon, I watch how the human heart hardens. I drop the bargains, dollar in the dream. Still tote max strapped with infrared beams. Real as it seems, most niggas is fake. And them niggas that you talking to could be the fucking Jake. So
these dudes wanna fall like they hard. They wanna take mines and get large. Wanna step foot in my yard. These dudes wanna fall like they hard. They wanna take mines and get large. Wanna step foot in my yard.
Kids today, they got no respect for this thing of ours. Bunch of fucking jackals out on the streets now. And let me tell you something. They got no idea what it's like to be the boss. The honor and brotherhood of La Casa Nostra. Chrissy, tell these motherfuckers.
Better pay me that respect. Call me Don Vito, Corleone, Patriarch, Ice Cold Stilo. Knock it out the park like the great Bambino. Bringing in the bread like I ain't never heard of keto. So you better check your ego. You ain't no Pacino. Fuck around and end up just like Pesci in Casino. Never worried when I see an enemy like Nemo. Even my marine biology bars are primo. I got roots in Avellino. Shout out to my poppy. Italian royalty blood running through my body. Studying Gigante, some Gotti, Tommy Karate. Albert Anastasia murder's a fucking hobby. I serve them up with salami and clams on a linguine. Boss of the family, James Gandolfini. And everybody eating around me, never greedy. So salute me when you motherfucking see me running shit so easy. Webby got the game plan, how to make a buck up in the motherfucking wasteland. Started from the bottom, but trust me, I'm still the same fam. Only difference now, I'm a motherfucking made man. Better pay me that respect, Don Corleone. Built an empire and I did it on my own. I ain't worried about they shit, my shit's known. Feet up on the throne and I made it my home. So pay me that respect, Don Corleone. Only talking bullshit, you can hear it in my tone. I ain't worried about they shit, my shit's known. Feet up on the throne, Don Corleone. three-piece suit with capos all across the state. Those my CT troops. Get that product that we peddle when I leave the booth, and then we push it on the streets. Now my CD's looped all across the damn map with my grip on the throttle. Anybody with the crowns getting Paul Castellano. I'm Joseph Bonanno, don't fuck with Sammy Gravano. Drinking Montepulciano by the fucking bottle with a stogie. OG, gravy on my gnocchi. Keep my mouth shut, yeah, my biz stay low-key. All these snakes round got me feeling like Mowgli. Keep my friends close, watching foes more closely. Only son of Joni, young Corleone. Get that Genko olive oil imported from back home. My account's all grown, and got caught up on my taxes, so the feds don't try to do me like Capone. I'm sitting up on the throne, so haters get to betting. How long that I'ma be up here? Well, I just keep progressing. And every day's a blessing from this fucking very second until they asking favors at my daughter's wedding. Better pay me that respect, Don Corleone. Built an empire and I did it on my own. I ain't worried about they shit, my shit's known. Feet up on the throne and I made it my home. So pay me that respect, Don Corleone. Only talking bullshit, you can hear it in my tone. I ain't worried about they shit, my shit's known. Feet up on the throne, Don Corleone.
Now, Chrissy, this is gonna be my cousin Oscar till I die. You understand? Be it an hour from now, be it tonight, or be it 100 years from now. And any friend of ours knows it's going to be the way I say it's going to be. And betrayal will not be tolerated. Not now, not never. Love, cousin.
We are live. Voice is raspy. So tonight, doing... Oh, hold on. We'll save that one for later. All right. You guys can hear it.
Hail, warriors. I told you this is Sparta. Told you so.
Let me tell the truth.
Told you so. Told you so. Told you so.
Boy. General Sorrow.
Hey, man.
Daniel Becker. Who else?
Show your support for the current thing. Show your support. Come on.
We love you guys. We love you all.
Hello.
What up, random fan? How you doing? Oh, the man of the hour. Oh, we're putting him on. We're putting random fan on the chopping block tonight.
How you guys doing?
How you doing? He's ready for it. Kim Ray.
Right.
All right. So, oh, my boy McSherry's here. What up?
Hey, can I wear this shirt? Can I wear the F and Fers shirt on this stream?
I wore it the other day. You can wear it.
I try to switch phones.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think that's kind of like what it's for. Yeah, when we were at Flatter Farms, Darryl presented us with "Fuck the fucking fuckers." What, you can't hear us? Go in and come back out. Just go in and come back out.
F and Fers.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So, well, that sucks. I was about to ask him a million questions, and he took off. You see that? You see how that works?
What?
So,
yeah.
So Singe Man.
Be right back.
I haven't talked to you in a while. What's going on? What happened to you? What happened to your cell phone? And why does the agency have to supply you with a new cell phone?
Well, as I was balancing upon 3 bricks, closing my left nostril and breathing deep, holding my staff to the sky as it was lightning shining down, it hit my phone and it fell down.
Uh-huh.
And then I didn't have to worry about an alarm coming through. But it did anyway. I saw it. My screen lit up when I saw it all with the crackled screen. It was like it was still trying to.
Nancy, get me a Jack and Coke.
So the agency had sent me a new one right out, and I spent the last 4 hours getting thoroughly brainwashed by it.
Yeah.
Look at that. Come on, 55-year-old. Flips off decks.
Come on.
Hey. Let's go. Support the current thing. Support the current thing. For your support.
I got something I want. Before Sean comes back. I can't even breathe.
So now
I can't breathe.
Take 3 deep breaths through your mouth and then visualize the air as purple and consider it as the sloth that impedes your progress, the Encarta, and now breathe it out.
You
feel better?
Where did you learn that, dude? Like, what do you?
I already do. I did something.
I don't talk to you for 2 days, and Oh, Rasta's here.
I did something like this. These are different. It's on the same level that I do.
What are you wearing, Singe? What's your shirt? Let's see the shirt.
Darrow presented us with these shirts.
Really?
I'm
gonna wear mine.
Highly acceptable to wear about in society. He said
that is
wear them everywhere.
1982 Mustang.
That's a
welcome back.
The vulgar. I feel like there was like the vulgart or something that was like a whole saying of like vulgarity. But yeah, that shirt sums it up for sure.
Yeah,
vulgar.
More shirts.
I forget. Like you can't walk down the street and not be the most.
I could be like Stevie Nicks and go change my.
There's
costume.
a place that sells them or a YouTube channel.
Street.
I don't know whose it is, but someone told me they're from a channel or something. So
this is a sign for all gurus together.
But they're cool shirts. I mean, to it like for certain situations. For certain situations, you might need.
I've never seen a shirt like that before, and it's really. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it, honestly.
Yeah,
because it's like, it's one thing adult wise, but like with children, you're like, oh, don't want my kids to see that shirt.
Really?
Yeah. No, I don't wear it around my kids.
Yeah,
I would totally tell my kids.
I wear it on a live stream.
It's 9:15.
I would teach
Rasta to a protest.
Throughout.
Probably, right?
Maybe, but I mean, that's the problem with our world.
It depends on how crazy the protest is going to be. If it's going to be a riot, then yeah.
That's the problem with our world is that we don't cater to children.
Hello?
Sean Osborne, can you hear us now?
We don't make it a world that is like, is it acceptable for children or is it not?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear us now, Sean? No.
Okay.
No sound.
Okay, I can hear you choppy, but I'm coming through good. Okay, so
yeah, you're coming through very well. So how's that gonna work?
Because it's like what's up, Sean?
Nancy, fix Sean's internet.
I gotta come down there and visit you sometime here, brother.
Oh, watch this.
For sure.
Now Rasta Bear's up at the top. Oh, now I'm gonna be at the bottom.
Well, that's accurate. Because I am above Sean just a little bit. I'm up in Portland. Sean's down in Salem.
Here's one.
And what is that one? That one says gravity.
Oops.
Gravity. I like that one.
Is the duct tape of scientism.
I've got some nutty shirts in my.
This is not my shirt. I'm going to return it. I'm going to return this to.
I've got this one, the
Chicago
NASA
artist.
symbol. It says lies, and I just
never been worn. Chicago artist.
Sponsored.
I've got a few in
this hour is sponsored by Gravity. Yeah, go ahead.
I got rid of I had a Q shirt. I wore a Q shirt for like a couple of years. Honestly, it had a big Q on it.
Oh, you
was really into Q.
You were watching the Q drops, looking at the Q mask.
Yeah, I was really deep into the drops,
dude.
So like I had a Q shirt. I had a Q flag.
Yeah,
like it was a flag that I put in the window of my trailer. Actually, like I was hanging it because I was all about the Q.
Well, when that was when I was first waking up, and like I remember it, and like I remember the Q thing, and like. I never really was into it, but like I was like all junked out on the couch, you know what I mean? Like nodding out and shit. And I'd be watching videos because I was just waking up, you know. And then I was like watching videos and shit, you know. And then like fucking, I'd fall asleep in the middle of that friggin' Q guy with the mask, the Guy Fawkes mask, you know. And and I'd wake up and he'd still be talking like an hour later, and I'm like, dude, what's going on here? Like, did he ever make you fall asleep when you were watching him?
Oh yeah. I mean, so, it was all just like you know, like pampering you to your brain. You know, it was
were they hypnotizing us? Were they hypnotizing people?
They were putting things in our subconscious. You know, they were just like pampering our brains, basically. You know, just like putting padding on it while we're just wallowing through the thing. You know, they're like, here, have some Q, have some of this, and have some of that. You know, and it's like, this will pacify your time in this meantime as you see the world falling around you. You know, it's like things are, but there's still people that are out there, you know, like, but I don't know.
I want to ask Sean a few questions to get this out of the way. Okay, so Sean, you were telling me earlier about how to block infrared cameras.
I make waffles every day.
Do you hear me, Sean?
I love the shirt.
Is Sean there?
It's actually you use It's it the blueberry infrared waffles. light. It's a perfect strain that you would
What's
like
up?
to partake.
Hold. All right. Let me ask
Infrared
Sean. Let me
light?
get this out of the way because it's in the title. Okay. Let me just get this out of the way. All right, Sean. What were you saying about blocking infrared cameras?
It wasn't infrared cameras. It's the infrared lights aren't visible by the eye, but they're visible by cameras.
Yes.
So, for instance, if you use a Wii sensor bar or the Xbox sensor bar, those emit several infrared LED lights that can be used to shine in a camera, security camera, and shine it. It blocks it like it's shining a flashlight.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to explain because if your TV remote, you can't see the light, but there's light there. And it's
Like
sometimes
this.
you can get enough light that'll block a camera.
Yeah.
You know, like for instance, walking into Walmart with a 360 on your head, the cameras would slowly. It'd be like you're walking.
What if you just do this?
Could you imagine? But
do you need all that
Can you
stuff?
just do this?
It's just a rumor.
Can you just walk around like this with a flashlight?
This
in
is
front
like
of you?
back in the 60s.
Look at
This was alien technology back in the 50s.
Yeah.
What about this, Sean? Will this work if you just walk around with a flashlight in
hot,
front of you like this?
hot air gun, Sean.
Will this work, Sean?
Well, basically, if you can get a Wii sensor bar to take batteries, portable, that's the only problem. Is you got to have power for it. And
I'll just walk around like this all day.
It's really simple to just hack. I guess it's still things called hack.
Look like that. Like, look. So where did you learn? Where did you first think of this or learn about? Or even say, hey, I want to.
Before there was Wii's. Before there were Wii's, because the remote controls, you collect the remote controls, and it's like 1 light, 2 light. I had like dozens and dozens, but the Wii remotes shine hundreds. I mean, the Xbox shines thousands, and it's more economical. Instead of getting different
Let's see what
lasers.
this guy does. Yeah.
A lot of people might not know how the sensors work, but lights bounce off of you and catch. I should have.
Just walk around with a bunch of lights on your hat and your glasses and your hands.
Like for instance, if you had a Wii sensor bar or a 360 point at you, picture, that gun that shoots 1,000,000 bullets. You might not know it, but it's basically like a cardboard box full of arrows, and each arrow is full of like bullets, and they shoot out consecutively. So picture having a 10 by 10 or 100 by 100 lasers all pointed at you. And so if you looked at your body, you'd be like, just polka dotted. And so that gives you more of a range of blocking the camera when you have multiple lights. But
how many times
recognition is very powerful. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you wanted to get one of these yourself,
I'll tell you something.
the hardest question you're gonna have to answer other people is, why do you want it? You're gonna have to find out an answer, because they're gonna all ask you, why do you want it? Why do you want So.
Oh, it's just normal. It's
normal.
It's how life it is.
Well, my question to you would be, why would you need to block yourself from the camera? What kind of escapades were you getting into?
Why I would use it personally?
Yeah.
Well, it came up. The main reason why it came up originally, as far as a useful thing, was the neighbors were some business, a dog grooming lady, the business next door. She was upset because they would smoke, and just really, really inconsiderate to the customers. And so they had a camera, and I kind of just mentioned to her that, what I'm saying to you, like, oh, remote controls, and I'm collecting them kind of like a hobby thing, like what I'm doing. Well, she literally did it. She literally got like a shoebox full of remotes and had them all taped on and pointing at the camera. It was I couldn't laugh because it worked. It worked, but you had to be pointing at it,
Did you say a shoebox full of remotes?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Is that what
Because
you're
some
saying,
remotes
Sean?
are shiny. Some remotes are actually like a flashlight, but some remotes aren't very bright.
What?
Or not flashlight, sorry, remote. You have to put in the consideration that infrared's invisible. So picture every remote control that TV, that's like basically a flashlight. It's basically a flashlight in the infrared.
And this is a picture of Sean Osborne in doing it. Look, I can't tell that it's him.
This one.
Wow.
I can't. What night was this on, Sean?
It must have been a Thursday.
Must have been
Nice.
Thursday.
That's cool. That's a good
Nice.
graphic.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, he's good at it.
You can put that on a button.
This was
I
Sean.
don't do it on weekends.
What, Sean? What day was this?
It had to have been a Thursday because I don't do it on weekends.
Oh, wait, this was a Thursday too. All right. But you're not sure what Thursday it was. And this was Sean on another night.
I'm busy on the weekends.
That's why they call him the sniper. So anyway, all right. So we talked about that. All right, blocking infrared cameras. All right, now next topic. Sean,
Now the important.
one more. All right, yeah, the important topic. So you got some plants. Hey, let me put you full screen because this is cool. You had some plants. Where did you? What? Tell us the origin of these plants. Oh, there they go. Show us the plants. Show us the
There's
plants.
one of
Sean.
them.
Oh, I can't see it. You glitched.
The
out.
other one, the other two, they're
Sean,
outside.
oh wait, there you go. Okay, you froze. All right, it's working. It's
Let
working
me turn
now.
on the light here.
Yeah, show us the nugs. Show us the nugs.
No, phone's went down.
Hold on, he's glitchy.
Phone's
It's working.
Oh,
those look good. Those look like they're doing good, Sean. So
I cut these like about a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
wow, you're getting
Actually,
a lot. You're getting a lot off those. So wait up. Let's start from the beginning.
What?
You started out with three little clones that.
Yeah, they were in silo cups. They were
And where'd you
little
get?
silo cups.
You got them on the side of the road, right? Off some dude.
No, homeless guy. He was legit homeless.
And he just sold you some clones, or you just got them for free
Yeah.
or whatever.
Three
All right.
of them.
So, and you didn't even think you were gonna. And this is the first time you ever grew, right?
Yeah, I've done it before, but I've never knew about lollipopping. I never knew about the newts. I never knew about the cropping. I never knew about anything, but I might have known something. But this is the time this time I actually put it into practice. And
It's awesome.
It's changed. It's like I've never seen a plant like this. So yes.
Did you try to grow them sideways like I told you?
Yes. I sent you pictures, and that was one of the first things I did. This one was the easiest.
I don't get every picture you send me, random fan.
Okay, I might have put it. Oh,
but
the link's
but
gone.
they so they grew sideways and then they just went boom, baby, like that, right?
Yeah, and I clipped them, and I learned by my mistakes because at first I was just hearing like stories like a lot of water. They drink a lot of water, like a gallon a day, and so I'm just splashing the water on with
what's
the
the
pitcher.
temperature? Where's the temperature where you're at? Because overwatering can
It's
cause
warm now.
mold.
It's like it was supposed to get into the 80s this week. Like because
You can let the dirt get really, really dry, Sean, before you water it.
Yeah, I have been.
They won't die. If you water them too much, that's what causes mold.
Yeah. I learned, like I said, when I first started, I was taking a pitcher of water and just splashing the water, like getting it wet, right? Like literally just this. You got to maintain the temperature, but the moisture is very important because they're like dreads, because they get packed. Like this one's all cut. I cut this one up quite a bit because I have it here hanging.
Yes.
And a popcorn thing. As far as
that's cool. Wait, so how'd you? So what's that? Like a necklace? How'd you do that? Can you wear that around the house and like be like, I'm Tarzan, I'm king of the world?
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah,
You should videotape. You should put it on and videotape yourself running around the place like crazy. I would.
But all that came from the bottom of this, or well, was in this.
So why don't you? Why don't you just cut the
trichromes.
cord, dude? Why don't you just cut the cord, throw in the
Because
towel?
the trichromes, they're like little mushrooms, and they're clear at first, but then they get cloudy.
Oh,
and then they
all
get
right.
This
You're getting expert advice here from Netherlands where they grow pot. So Voynich says, are there drain holes in the bottom of the pot?
Yeah, water comes out immediately as I put it in. And the 2 garbage cans that I use, I filled up the bottom half with just sticks and stuff. And then
he said
it's just propped up
pretty
so it's high.
Voynich said pretty impressive, Sean. Do you want to come on, Voy? I'm going to put the link out.
I am impressed. Thank you, Voy. I impressed myself. Although the moisture, I'm having... Anybody heard of white mold?
Voy, come help him out. This is important. This is a very, very crucial stage of the development, and he's having a white mold problem. All right, so Sean.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely overwatered.
Yeah.
I think
like I said, when I first started, I was just taking a pitcher of water and just getting all the leaves all wet and doing everything I wasn't supposed to do.
Overwatering, and then you need airflow. You need air going through there. You need air, fresh air coming in, and then air going out.
Put a fan on it.
I came across that
that's what
I learned
plants
that
love
from
most.
lollipopping.
They love to drink the water and then have airflow. That's all.
I learned that
by
my mistakes because
good ganja is.
I'd never heard of lollipopping.
Listen to the Rasta man. Listen to the Rasta man.
Have you heard of that?
I'm telling you the recipe. It's just you put the seed in water, and then water it, and then you wait until like it almost you can pick the pot up because you want to let it dry. You want to let it reach its roots. You want to let the roots like stretch
to try to get to it.
And so they
had to go. Oh, where's the water?
When they don't have water, they start to stretch out because they're like, I need water. I need water.
I put the link out so anyone can join.
They stretch out, and then
hey Rasta.
Yeah.
Hey Rasta, I'm kind of getting triggered right now because I've been YouTubing, the troubleshooting with this stuff, and it's not you. It's these YouTube videos that are 20 minutes long. If I meet somebody that makes these YouTube videos about yada 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 and then yada yada, and it's like I'm gonna choke somebody out because I just can't take it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, it's still good. It's still smokable, but yeah, don't water it again until that pot is so dry.
I quit.
Let them dry up.
No, I think that you should have.
Yeah.
You a good way to
tell
the white
mold
needs to be watered is you lift the pot. You can tell by checking by picking the pot up.
But we're already behind that.
So back
past
to the,
that part. He has mold.
Mold.
Now this is what he's been
I've been
doing.
spraying milk.
Yeah, well, you're doing good. I'm proud of you, Sean. I'm proud of you.
Listen to him for a second. Go ahead, tell him.
I've been spraying milk and hydrogen peroxide on them.
Milk?
What do you think?
And it's
milk. I didn't tell him to do it.
It's not spreading.
Did you say you sprayed milk on it?
Yeah, I spray hydrogen peroxide at night and milk during the day.
Milk?
Boy, what do you think about milk? Oh, wait up, Melanie's going to sleep?
You said the word milk. Hi, Melanie. I'm so happy to see you here. Much love to you. And
yeah, because the milk prevents.
You slept. self-destruct system has been activated. Option to override self-destruct expires in 10 minutes.
Hey. Hello?
Come on. That's a grip of the serpent. That's the words of a liar. As I search to acquire the fire, first to inspire me to curse in each verse with the higher. You're witnessing the rebirth of the fighter. Need to do some research on a spider. Feet first with the bugs in my web, and I had madness on my mind. Doing drugs up at 7, throwing slugs up at heaven. Scorching from the flame of the hellfire burning. I'm an orphan of the game. Purple rain leaking, black coffin in my vein. I can see my sanity encircling the drain. Flush with the rush of the pills crushed up in my well. Am I still fucked up? Tell me where's the plug? It's so bad I'd have pulled it. A car out of fuel, I'm a gad out of bullets. I'm gone.
I'm on it, and I'm violent. A little unstable, it's probably my environment. All the time spent trying to write me around to get out though. Could we cutthroat? But above all, I'm a warrior. Look, my blood pump high octane. I flame on, cut a line that goes straight to the brakes. You crash dummies. Wipe the mud up off my face. Watch the sun shine down on me. Risen from the ashes, swinging for the fence with a bat named Lucille, like Walking Fucking Dead. Pop the trunk, I'm fed up. From the street to Bedlam. Murder, murder, red rum. Drill a beat like Ted Bundy. I've been at this shit forever, man, for oh so long. Trying to paint a perfect picture with the tools that I got. Or maybe it's the death of my pops in a box full of ashes. Passing around like a souvenir, asking me questions about him. The tension keeps stacking. The fact of the matter is I'm just a bastard. Now fuck what you talking, I've heard it 1,000 times. Back on my mind, I had thought about suicide. Walk with my head up, but act just to crack a smile. Dealt with the hurt and the anger keep coming out. I'm on it, and I'm violent. A little unstable, it's probably my environment. All the time spent trying to write me around to get out though. Could we cutthroat? But above all, I'm a warrior. Look, my blood pump high octane. I flame on, cut a line that goes straight to the brakes. You crash dummies.
Yeah. I kind of stole that song from Slain and Mr. DL. They were like,
so,
why you loaded my content? I was like, come on, I like the song. They let me have it.
What we got going on? The heat of the night.
I'm going to go get the other one.
How are we doing out there? Angela, baby. Carson. Let me tell the truth. Melanie Moran.
My favorite, Angela.
Ray's been singing songs about Melanie.
Melanie's my favorite.
Vacation.
No.
He kept on singing about Melanie.
Oh yeah. On that song, he called Melanie's so pure and true. Yeah. No, I didn't. You thought I said Melanie. Shut up.
MMA Paradise.
Yeah. All right.
No, it's a funny song, but
it is.
What's up, Angela, baby? Carson in the chat. Tommy, tell the truth.
Bearsworth.
Melanie
Mudsworth.
Yeah, we got all the family up in there. Bearsworth,
not yours. It's my voice.
We got the people.
Yeah, we got the people.
This is the agency for the people.
And we got the pot plants.
We got pot plants for the people.
This one's definitely got white mold on it.
All right, so
let's see how bad it is. Can you zoom in on the white mold?
You know what I always did when I worked on a farm, though. I was when
you already picked all the leaves off, so that sucks. You can't do that. Take off the moldy leaves that have a lot. Just take off the moldy leaves that have a lot of mold, dude. Just take them off.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
That's
why I got these. Oh, and here's some.
You need more airflow going in there.
Yeah, you need to put a box fan going in 2 directions.
That's rotten.
That's not good. That's gone. That's garbage.
Yeah, there's a little piece of rot right there.
You're gonna lose your whole harvest if you don't.
You gotta have airflow.
There's no. Where's the airflow? Them things should be blowing in the wind constantly.
Yeah. Do you have any can fans?
Any what?
A can fan.
My nickname was Can Fan in high school.
Can fan. It's like the staple for a ganja farmer. Can fan.
What up, Effie Nation? But
you can,
come over
you
to
can
Boston
find them
Raised
used on
Mudflood
offer up for pretty cheap.
You need a fan?
It's a fan that it's
fan.
like it's a can fan, not the ceiling fan, but a can fan.
You're sounding like YouTube again. You're saying fan, just a fan, right? A fan.
The
Any
can
kind of fan.
can.
What's the can?
Circulate air.
Fan?
All right, I'll look it up. I'll look it up.
It's the best. It's one of the greatest creations of all mankind. The can
Sounds
fan.
like it. Sounds like it.
It really is the can fan.
The can fan.
I should probably become a commercial for Can Fan. Would have saved my job.
I should be the commercial for the can fan. I've used so many can fans in my life. Like I've had can fans all over the place, just dangling from the ceiling.
All right, Sean, you ready? You ready, Sean? Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
This is what he's talking about. Can fan. They're about $800. No, there's one for $160.
Can fan.
Whenever
that
I
it?
feel a cool breeze, I try to remind myself.
Yeah, there's a
That
product.
heat will
It's
come back
actual.
and I'll be able
The
to
company's
feel
called
the heat
Can.
once
Yeah,
again.
that one right there. That one. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Heat.
That's what
will
you
help
need,
you.
Sean.
The heat
That's the
is
can fan.
Whenever
Oh,
I
so
feel the cold breeze,
that's like those pulse jet engines.
turn on the heat.
That's a pulse jet engine.
Yeah, that's how airplanes fly right there.
Yeah,
can
that's it. Kerosene.
Technology.
You could have just said it's kerosene emergency camper. That you can boil water with those. But with fingernail polish remover or something. You're talking about
I wonder
something you
if we
got to
could
plug
make
in.
an
Huh?
airplane with like 4 can fans and like some wings, and then like some. That just gave me an idea. I might be turning into an airplane here soon. like a
So I learned-
transformer. Now I got wings with can fans hanging from me, and I'm starting to fly with can fans.
Nice. Silent drone. Oops, I didn't know it was on.
Yeah, they are. They do make a little bit of noise. The can fans. They're a little bit noisy, actually.
All right. Well, not to change the subject, but I got something pretty.
I didn't realize how sticky this stuff
Do you
is.
have Ray?
It just literally
could
gets
you go
stuck
get
together.
some
What's
ultra
up?
rare ingots from the file.
But yeah, even if you don't have a. Oh, sorry.
Ultra rare ingots. Do you have any?
No, I don't. I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll go get some.
Ultra rare ingot.
I gotta fold some clothes and stuff. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Hello everybody and welcome back for another video. Today we're going to be talking about phantom workforces, and even maybe towards the end of the video we'll hit on hidden technologies. Now, getting back to these phantom workforces, I got into looking into this by coming across an article talking about facial recognition software that was used to show the Ottoman Empire's lost handiwork. There was a researcher who used a facial recognition program to map a lot of these railway stations, these former railway stations from the Ottoman Empire, and he noticed some interesting differences and similarities amongst the different stations. And these are just some of the digital scans of the buildings that lets the researchers compare the similarities and differences. And here's just some of his equipment that he used to chart some of these stations, and just a map showing some of the railway lines throughout the former Ottoman Empire. Now, this is just showing you that you have some distinctive features amongst the ornaments, the windows, and the doors. So initially the plans called for a uniformity amongst all these stations, but he noticed some very interesting differences. And as I was reading the article, things really started to get interesting for me anyway, from a hidden history perspective, because he goes on to state that the stations built by the Ottoman Empire workers diverged from the original plans created by German architects. So you have these plans that were actually created by these outside influences, these German architects. Okay, fair enough. But this is where things get interesting. So in the late 1800s, railway stations were built across Canada and the Ottoman Empire. And in each country, a centralized team of architects was charged with designing dozens of similar looking buildings throughout the vast frontiers, okay? But it turns out most of the designers had never been to the places their buildings would go. So they had no idea whether there were steep slopes, large rock outcroppings, and other terrain variations that might have led to design changes. So the people designing these stations had never been to any of these locations where these stations were going to go. Not a good idea, right? Not a good practice. So I thought that was interesting. But then you find out what's more, the people who actually did the building came from an ever-changing multinational labor force. So in Canada, workers were Ukrainian, Chinese, Scandinavian, and Native American. And in the Ottoman Empire, the workers were Arab, Greek, and Kurdish. So you have all these workers who are foreign to these areas, and you have these architects who have created these plans for sites they've never been to. So these workers, supervisors had to follow directions given in languages they didn't speak and understand blueprints and drawings labeled in languages they didn't read. So these people on site were given blueprints in a completely different language. Like I understand in case of the Ottoman Empire, you have these German architects. But in addition to not having a site survey, you'd think at least they would take into consideration the people that are going to be implementing these plans might need to be able to understand them. But you didn't even have that. So it's just pretty funny to me. And this is where the phantom workforce comes into play, why I labeled it as that. To date, there are no good methods to even try to identify these people, the people doing the actual work, and highlight their artistic choices. So these people who actually did the work, you can't really track them down. It's just sort of these same narratives that we see when we look into a lot of things from the 1800s. You start running into dead ends, and it becomes hard to even determine who did what. And to track the people down, like I said, you run into a dead
If you paid Singeman, he would track them down.
end. So I knew there were immigrants involved, but like just the complete from beginning to end, just a giant train wreck.
Capture them for you, though. I will find them.
You'll find them
in the right direction.
All right.
You know, pun intended. So, but we see this, for instance, even in the coastal fortifications in the United States, what are termed the third system fortifications, built primarily early to mid 1800s. And when you look into at least some of them, Pensacola's forts built by slave bricklayers. And these are just a couple of these forts here in Pensacola. But in these forts, by the way, these are the forts that were using this rediscovered cement, this natural cement. It is implemented in all of these over 40 brick forts, and most of them are composed of millions of bricks. So it's
Singeman, you use that rediscovered cement too, don't you?
Yes, and I was a what you call a willing slave.
Yeah.
It was actually desiring of the suffering so I could level up. Basically.
Yeah.
I just leave you hanging there.
Sourced from a single type of limestone. When it came time to do restoration on a lot of these forts, they didn't even know that this type of cement was being used, and it can be also found used on the facades of a lot of these older structures, including the Charleston City Jail. So I think a lot of these structures are much older, but even the whole industry itself, turns out no public statistics were kept for the entire industry. So once again, dead end. So there's that. But shifting gears a little bit, I wanted to stick along in the lines of talking about these railways and the water towers, because in Canada anyway, along the Pacific Railway, you find about 80 kilometers, every 80 kilometers, you would have these octagonal water towers, and there'd be a water tank within them. But as I was doing some digging, the people looking into these older towers, they couldn't find an actual reason why they chose that particular shape. And again, you know, nothing too crazy, but I was just curious why they chose that particular shape. But it just got me looking down the road of
Singeman, why did they choose that shape, octagonal? You hear me? Why did they choose the octagonal shape, Singe? I can't hear you. You're muted. You're muted. Unmute. Some reason you're muted.
How's that?
All right.
Is that better?
Yeah, octagonal.
Okay.
Octagonal.
I said, first of all, let's get this out of the way. 80 kilometers is 50 miles. Psst, enough with the kilometers. Pat it up to here with the kilometers.
Nancy, no more kilometers. Only American weight.
these octagonal water towers. And that took me to Western Poland, and there's quite a number of these types of water towers associated with these railway stations. And some of these date back to the Prussian Empire, in the mid 1800s. So as I was looking into some of these water towers, you couldn't help notice a lot of them had the upper portions of them looks like they've been redesigned. Sometimes it would be wood, but so I was curious about that, and that led me to a really interesting article that is on the Tartaria.info website, and I'll leave a link in the description. So I had to use Google Translate, and it wasn't.
Singeman, Tartaria.info website, is that a real website, or did you start it?
Oh, no, I was that Suzanne's son?
Suzanne's son did it?
Suzanne's son, what was his name? Joe Natham? Joe Natham?
Oh, yeah.
Joe Natham.
And what happened?
Don't ever call him anything but Joe Natham.
What if you call him like? What if you call him?
It's not Jonathan. It's Joe Natham.
John Natham with an M at the end.
Joe Natham.
Joe Natham. And what happens when you call him Jonathan?
He'll steal your sandwiches from the refrigerator at lunchtime, and I think he short sheets your beds if you happen to be staying.
Nancy,
nearby.
Tell Suzanne to get her son Joe Natham under control.
The best, but I was able to kind of get the gist. But they're talking about labor armies in the mid to late 1800s in Russia, and they're talking about some of these old train stations and their water towers. And in the article, the author mentions that he believes maybe the reason why you had the tops of some of these water towers redesigned is to maybe hide a previous type of technology that was being used. So instead of heating some of these water tanks with coal ovens, maybe there was something else being used. And I find that interesting speculation. But he also goes on to mention in the article another city in Russia, one of the more historical cities. And this particular city is famous for the fact that in 1864, it was one of the first water pipelines in Russia, but they had one of these water towers, and it has what appear to be 8 of these interesting elements on the top of the water tower. And he goes on to speculate that this could be the source providing the energy for heating and cooling the water tank. So I thought that was really interesting, and here's another image of it. So it could be a decorative element, but I don't know. To me, I'm not sure how it would function, but I think it might be functional. And in the article, it just goes on to mention one of these expositions, and I think this one was from...
Ladies, please stop fighting over me. Angela's my favorite. I mean,
they're fighting.
Melanie's my favorite. I mean, Patty G's my favorite. All right, it's all right. You all have a place in my heart.
Melanie
from the 1890s, but all these expositions, they usually had a machinery hall, and I do believe some technologies have been hidden from us. And there was an interesting image that showed the process of turning raw material into bricks that would later be fired. And he goes on to focus on these 2 presses, and we're going to talk about that in a second, but I just wanted to show you an image of this device that a lot of the raw material would be filtered into, and just to give you a visual. But then to focus on these 2 presses, he shows an image which he believes to be those presses, and once again they have these 8 devices maybe attached to the top of this press, which produce these bricks, which would later be fired. And he speculates this is the energy source allowing this device to function. So that is interesting.
That's the energy source.
Now, this device is nowhere to be seen in our present day, and I believe it's called a Milnes press. But
Singeman, we need you to reinvent the Milnes press. Can you please do it?
I couldn't find anything on it, but
look it up. Just the Milnes press. This is a free energy device.
In order to do that, I will need a wife.
Let's bring back the Milnes. Let's bring it back to Milnes.
You can only do that. You have to have I can't do that alone. I need a wife first.
All right, we need to get Singeman a wife. So anybody that's not married,
yeah, I just wanted to mention it because I thought it was.
He doesn't care who it is. He'll marry anyone.
Very interesting.
I don't care if they're married. I don't want to marry
some of this stuff. I'm not sure how it would work, but it's interesting.
He doesn't really want to get married either. It's just code word.
Interesting to talk about.
Yeah, we get
nonetheless.
have
So
a
just
forest.
interesting aspect to this
Forest
alternative
occasion.
history is maybe some of these
Like
hidden
pagans,
technologies
where we
associated with some of
find
these
the
railway lines and these water towers, and I kind of just wanted to mention it.
I don't know. I can picture Singe Man getting married one day though. Look at him. Look at him.
Okay. Nice. Look at him. He ain't ugly. He ain't too ugly.
You guys, so I think I'll leave it here for today. But
right.
I do want.
We'll leave it there for today. All right, good. All right, so this is what I wanted to show. Let's see if I can get this up. All right, right here.
I sent you a link.
Oh, you did? For what, the Oregon stuff?
Wait, what's an outdoor goddess bath? And can I?
Where'd you send it? In the private chat? In the private chat, Sean? Is it in the private chat? All right, what is it? What is
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. Beautiful. All right, let's go over these photos then while I have them. While I have you here. And then I'll get to the other one. All right. All right, so we're doing a little mud flood investigation on Salem, Oregon. And Oregon. And Rost is from Oregon. And Sean is from Oregon. So I can't zoom in on
Oregon.
All right, what are we looking at? What are we looking at, Sean? Is that water?
Salem.
No, that's
the church. That's just
wait. What is the street made? What the street's made out of? What cobblestone?
Cobblestone. Yeah.
Cobblestone. Okay.
Is that where your great granddad worked?
You notice the white
Possibly.
skies, the vanilla sky.
Possibly.
Do you think they whited out the sky a little bit to hide those buildings in the back, Sean? Or anything that could have been sticking up?
The cameras couldn't reach that far. I'm thinking.
Well, do you know?
Cameras.
Do you know about the vanilla sky thing, Singe? They've been whiting out all these mud flood photos, these old photos. To hide things.
That's interesting. Yes, but I think it has to do with the camera quality also, and it is Salem. It's always raining there.
They had better cameras than us back then, though.
Yeah, but
they just weren't in color. Supposedly.
It's really always raining
Allegedly.
there. So it's really wet area. So.
It used to always be rainy. Now lately, it pretends it comes down in like cups, like it just, I don't know. It's almost like it's portraying having normal weather as far as, oh, we're rainy and this and that, but nobody. It's like everybody used to complain about the weather. You don't hear people complain about the weather. That's what I'll say. Everybody would go rain. No, nobody complains anymore.
Weather manipulation is an actual thing.
So next slide. What is this? An aerial view of Salem?
The Willamette River, yeah.
Doesn't it look like a computer board the way it's set up?
You see that this is Salem, and so the river is on the left, and West Salem is on the. They're not showing. You can't get a picture of West Salem, to the left of this picture. That's what I'm trying to get is the left of this picture.
Well, you can't find it?
Not. I mean, lots of pictures, but as far as not like that.
All right, there's a book, Secret Salem Underground Drugstore.
I think that's the Reed Opera House. Now, honestly,
they got some automobiles outside, which were better than the ones we have now. Okay. We have
that's the penitentiary, I think.
Octagonal. It's an octagonal shape.
They had a trolley back when Salem had trolleys. There was a trolley that went from the front gate to the prison, like just kind of casual convenience.
It does look odd. Like, why would you build that shape? You would probably just build a square building. That looks like.
And then why would you add the watermark? I don't know. It's just to where.
What watermark? What are you talking about?
That white paint. How they put the white paint. Like, imagine that was like a watermark. And they go, oh, we got to hide this watermark. So that, because it floods, they can't burn us.
This is like, it should have been just a square building. A square building.
The courthouse.
More sensible, what is that?
That used to be the old, courthouse fields. Yeah, it's all wide open. There's stuff under there.
You know what's important to know about courthouses? Courthouses are porthouses. So, like when you're driving on the highway and it says like the next town is so many miles away, you know, like on the sign, that means that they're measuring from not from the border to the border, they're measuring from courthouse to courthouse. Did you know that?
I kind of, yeah.
Not
as far as
border. Interesting.
Like five, like whatever it says, next town 5 miles away. It's the courthouse in that town that's 5 miles away.
Oh, really? I'll verify that.
Yeah.
Later.
I've come across that with the height.
Look it up.
Nothing can be higher than that courthouse. So nothing can be higher than that courthouse right there. As far as you're saying,
dude, look at it. So every city, town, or whatever has this type of building, and on the circuit board Earth theory, it's like this is like a main capacitor on the computer board, and you notice how like Boston has the State House.
CPU.
I'm sure your city or your town, wherever you are on the plane, has a building like this. At least one.
Guess how long after it opened it burned?
Oh, it had to go. It had to go. How long?
How long?
You tell me. You're the Salem, Oregon, the Salem, Oregon guy. What is it?
Now I'm not. It better be that one, but because we've had several courthouses, but it's not years. It's not months after. It's not even like maybe a week and a half, 10 days after it opened, burned to the ground.
Wow.
And
and you know what else? When you're in the courthouse, you're technically not even on U.S. soil anymore. If you read the way the laws are written, it's like foreign land. It's like anyone's land. Like anything could happen. So that means none of the laws really apply. So that's why the lawyers need to
there are certain
prove that
rules.
the law that. Well, yeah, there's policies, but if it goes against the Constitution, you don't.
As far as the block,
it's a mess.
The concrete block is apparently 33
you get into
inches
a courthouse, it's a mess. That's why you need a lawyer, because lawyers are there to prove that the crime they're accusing you of doesn't exist, or the crime they're charging you with doesn't fit what you did. If they could prove either one, you're good, and that's their job. All right. So anyway, let's go.
Sorry for stepping all over you there.
It's a big panel. What am I supposed to do? I'm not going to cry over it.
Well, what you're saying is very important. That's the whole point, right? It's what you're saying is.
I don't know. I don't really look at it like that. I mean, if you guys think what I'm saying is important, then I'm happy. Okay, I'm happy. Thank you. It's a compliment. Catechin aqueduct. What is it? What is it?
Now this is just portraying what an aqueduct is, because a lot of people will ask me what an aqueduct is. There's the Oregon's oldest aqueduct is my favorite bridge, and it used to carry water, and now it carries like a railroad track, and it goes along the river. And I guess the reason why I'm kind of working up to where here is, see, it's like a river crossing a river, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like an intersection, basically, okay? If that river above turned into a railroad track and a road, then when there's an intersection, a major intersection in a city, you'll see pictures of Salem, and you'll see where the road, like the bridge, where there's a bridge now. Well, there wasn't a bridge before, but there was still an intersection. Does that make sense? Yeah. Where all roads were rivers, I guess. I'm saying that.
You know what's crazy? We have like 23 people just in my chat. We probably have people in the other chats and on Odyssey too, right? And they're all here. They're all here for the cat fight. They love it. Admit it. You guys love the cat fight.
Is the cat fight still going on?
We'll let it go. All right.
Well, I'm just gonna go check out these baths. That's all I'm telling you.
Okay, so these fountains are interesting because when these fountains were built, we didn't even have plumbing, and some of them shoot like friggin' 500 feet into the air. They could make water shoot up into the air like that, and we didn't have plumbing yet. But this one looks like we probably did because there's little train cars. But they're probably those are trolleys, so they're usually connected to some sort of electricity. That looks weird. Like they blocked out whatever was on top. They were, right?
They tore them out. Yeah, they got rid of them.
Yeah, we still have trolleys here in Boston. All right, Starfort. All right, what's this, Sean?
Oh, this is it's not Salem, but it's an example that I've shown people to where they go, "What's a Starfort?" And I show them Salem, and I show them lots of Salem. They know Salem, so they know Salem really well. Then I'll show them this.
Oh, this is from Jen. It has her.
Yeah.
It has,
this is not Salem, but it's I use you guys. Yeah. I wanted to keep
Rock,
it.
what's up?
Oh, cool.
So, all right.
Oh, the Marine. Hey, what's up?
So then we have what are these? Salem streetcar
Salem.
lines.
Boy, are the Netherlands like the nether regions?
Salem Falls. So now this is the Willamette River, where the what's this? Is that the locks? Yes, that's the locks.
If I had time to download them, I'd be able to zoom in. Don't want to live on the moon.
Yeah, he doesn't want to live on the moon because he knows there's no he can't live on it.
Looks like a circuit board.
I don't know how that got on there.
I wish I could zoom in on it. It's too small. All right, this one's good.
Yeah.
This one's good. No, it's not your fault. A lot of them are like that, Sean. They're just
This
old pictures. So this is
Melanie,
18.
Can you put up some bathing videos? And then I'll watch her bathing videos, and then I'll compare bathing videos.
Yes. All right. Ramp up the bathing videos. Pumping plant, Salem Water, CO, Salem, Oregon. So this is a pumping plant. This is a pumping plant. What were they pumping, Sean?
There was a lumber yard. There was a lumber yard. It's crazy how when they do a certain like wood, there's a byproduct, and it's usually a waste product that's pretty bad. This one is in downtown, and the river is about a quarter mile in or away from there, and so it's the deepest part of town. Still, I'd say the college is there, but there was something under this.
Deep, by deep, you mean it goes levels and levels under the ground?
Yeah. Like this is really close to this is downtown to where there's see how it looks like it's like there's a hole. See, it's just weird how I'm looking at pictures. See how it's like raised up? See those railroad tracks? See how those railroad tracks are like 20 feet? Right? Those things are raised up to 20 feet of dirt. Okay, the reason why they had to
but when you get up there, are they still ground level where like the cars are driving and stuff? Or are they above the traffic?
They kept the building small and just instead of digging the dirt out, they just raised everything up to match the dirt. Does that make sense? Instead of removing the mud, they just made everything match the mud level.
Yeah, that's what they did here too. And then they try to tell us that they filled it in with a landfill with horse and buggy.
Yeah.
All right. All right, here we go. What's this? This says Temple and City Hall, Salem, Oregon, 875. Oh, 875. Does that mean the year of our Lord 875, Sean?
Possibly. That's the Grand Theater there.
You notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the year of our
Smith.
Lord.
So, for those of you that don't know, usually back in the old world, they would put a J or an I or an X before the numbers. So, like, it stands for Jesus. The J stand for Jesus, the I stand for Jesus in a different language, like Latin or something, and the other one's Jesus in Greek, the X. So, basically, it was the year of our Lord 875. And then they came along and they changed all the J's and I's and whatever to a 1 and made it year 1875 and added a fake 1,000 years onto the timeline. And now we think it's like 2025, but it's probably
and so the dark
1025. Yeah, go
ahead.
Right,
the Dark Ages were actually an age of enlightenment, not darkness, in my opinion.
You were there, right? Because you lived for 12 centuries, so
it was actually a very fun time. Indeed.
Yeah,
everyone was very cordial to one another.
Was it like the Summer of Love?
Thusly.
Was it like 1969, the Summer of Love?
Oh, do you see the statue?
Yeah, what's up?
You see the statue in the middle of the road?
What's up? Yeah. What is it?
Like wood structures to me.
I want to say that was where the fountain was.
Yeah, Yeah, they look like they might be made out of wood, or some pots might be made out of wood. But that
I
one
got a
looks like it's
video that you can look and I can show you how they built the World Fairs out of wood and put this plaster-like coating to make them look like concrete.
all right.
It's
Well, let's
in
get
there.
through. Let's get through his Oregon
Nice,
stuff
I see
first.
They're
and
moving
then,
that house.
Yeah, and then we'll get to it. Rock, just remind me because I got a video I want to play too. Yeah, go ahead.
I showed you guys earlier
Hail Warrior.
about the first homestead that was in Salem, and that's the house, and they moved it from where it was, and now I think
they moved the entire house.
they moved that house to where the railroad tracks were above the ground. Remember that picture?
Yeah.
I believe it's there because now that's kind of like a museum kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so they're moving. Just an example of that's where the house. That's how they moved, or that's the house, first house in Salem. Sorry, and they kept it and honored it.
The first
because
house ever built.
Yeah, it is.
You believe that? All right. Anyway,
Right now,
what's this?
this well, it depends on who you ask.
It looks like a prison.
Now it's a bank. We have a lot of castles. I think this one was used. It was an armory because it happened to look like a armory, I believe.
Definitely looks like some sort of government used building, but they just took it from us. The building was already here. They found it.
Now it's a bank.
The word founded means they found it. All right, what's this?
It's the same. I want to say it's
where you live. That's your house.
no. Now it's a church. Now that's a church.
Now it's a church.
But those two towers on the side are gone.
That's a pretty castle-looking church, Sean.
Yeah, they took those towers. Now it's just a square box.
Can't see that.
I don't know what that is. Oh, there's those cars. Remember the cars that are on the bank?
Yeah. Well, when the picture's too small, I just skip it because I
Okay.
don't want to.
Well, those were like
make
hundreds of
people
cars.
strain their eyes.
All those
Yeah.
cars that you saw are going to end up in the bank because
the
to
bank.
stop erosion. Yeah, that's like oh, the new cars are coming in, and then like 30 years later, we're getting rid of those cars, and then they threw them in the bank, like hundreds of thousands of cars, bodies in the bank.
What's this one?
Oh, the river, you're saying?
Yeah, sorry, yeah. This is just parts of Salem. This is obviously from a helicopter or hot air balloon.
What year was it taken?
It was pre-1900s. I tried to keep them all pre-1900 because I'm really interested in anything 1850.
It might have been an air balloon. Did they even have helicopters in pre-1900s? Maybe. I doubt it. They didn't have drones, that's for sure. All right, let's see. Are these even real pictures? I'm skipping through it kind of fast, Sean. All right, that's your boat.
They look like
That's
brick
your boat.
Brick buildings.
Oh, here we're getting some interesting ones. Might be Starfort stuff here. Yeah, this is West Salem now. This is all about the Starfort. Tell me if you guys see anything that looks Starfortish, because I can't bounce off anybody. Like that's the center. That'd be the center of it.
Yeah.
And then the next one is like zooming out.
I got.
Oh, there's the whole thing. Look at that. You guys see anything?
I see the shape of it.
I don't see a Starfort shape.
I don't see a Starfort.
Not
You
yet?
gotta slow down and point it out.
I mean, I did for a second on one of them.
In my opinion, see that blue dot?
Yeah.
That's where I live, and I think I believe that West Salem's a Starfort, and I live right in the center of one. 6-pointed star.
I think they used they shaped the whole land with cymatics, and that's why it looks like Starforts and everything else. They did it all with sound, possibly. So there's some ghost
see, now
signs.
today, see the
some
rivers.
mud flood windows. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite mud flood building right there. Ghost writing.
Yeah, ghost writing. I have one like that.
Concrete.
Dude,
And
I have.
It
Sean, I
looks
have one
like
here
it's
that
fine.
says DA White and Co. on it too.
Oh wow!
The same sign. That's
They
weird.
always made cellars back then. And
I'll
they
get you a
accessed by
picture.
Windows.
This is just an example of a Starfort because we have like bases, like military base out here on West Salem, and I believe that this is. See, I'm afraid this one might be just an example of it, because our forts don't look that good. So the river
It's not very
goes on
secure.
one
If you
side.
go up to the edge of the hill, you can shoot down into the middle of it. I guess if
And this is pictures of the pictures that we saw that were buildings. This is them. I mean, you might not be able to recognize it, but it's what was there. Like, see, there's like they say there's a landfill, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
And now see how the river goes on one side? They don't show the creeks and stuff on the left side, to where there's star, 6-pointed star. See the top of the star, and it goes down, and it goes over. Well, it used to come down and then out, but they cut one of the legs off. See that? Anywhere there's a straight point, there used to be a point that went out. It's a 6-pointed star. And I mean, I know this river inside and out because I researched Salem for 3 or 4 years steady, and then I moved over here in West Salem, and it's the same history, but the idea of it. If you go to a bookstore in Salem, they'll give you da. But West Salem, it's like you're going to Africa. They don't know what you're talking about because to where just across the river, none of that happened over there, right? Like nothing. No kind of development at all worked right across the river. See what I'm saying? To where it's hard to research something when they don't document it, and when they do document it,
I understand. It's like telling us to make a accurate flat Earth map, but they won't let us go to Antarctica.
Yeah. Or how I found out where they got all these cars coming in, but they don't tell anybody that. All they tell them is all these cars are in the river. Nobody asked where they came from. And I dug and found out where they came from. It was that car lot right there.
I'm skipping through a lot of these, Sean.
Yeah, there's quite a bit. This is just spots of the pictures you saw of the city, that's where those buildings are from up top.
Yeah, it'll still be on the screen. People could go back and pause it later if it's that important.
Yeah, I just wanting people's opinion if they see any kind of Starfortish stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was in Salem, and I was willing to forge some Starfort evidence because I couldn't find any. But like I said, when I moved to West Salem, I live right there in the center of one. And the more and more evidence, the age of the trees, that's just an example. That's not Salem.
What building is this?
I'm not sure. I use that. That's an example of the depth. Remember the railroad tracks, how they raise stuff?
Uh-huh.
This is not Salem. I don't think so.
Not Salem.
No.
All right. Moving along. What's that one?
I could have swore they all should be Salem. I might be wrong. But they might all be Salem, and I just mixed something up.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't say. It's there for a reason. Either as an example of what I can't describe, or another city that has nothing to do with Salem but looks just like it. Like I go, where's this building at? They go, oh, it's right here. No. I go, that's like in China. It's just kind of tough because you got to remember that people don't even know what a starport is, and then you're dealing with people who do know what starports are, and so that's another level of explaining. Like, I don't know, if somebody knows what a starport is, then the next question is, can I see your basement? Right? I'm asking, I'm asking people how old their trees are, and the ages don't make sense, and then how the mountains. We have a beautiful mountain over there, but we don't have mountain views. I've been asking people, going, hey, when's the last time you seen the mountain? Mountain, whatever. Because I started doing it because there's one place on the hill that I have to look over this guy's house to see the mountain, and so it's like I'm stalking him. So after a while, I had to say, I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the mountain behind you. So it took a while for him to, like, I wasn't kidding. But then he realizes that you can't see the mountain from only a few places because he hasn't been lived there for long enough to realize that other people are going to come to him and look at his mountain behind him because you can't see it. I've actually documented how many times I can see it from town, and it's like 3 times at the stop. Like you'll have like a line of trees, like 200-year-old trees, really old trees, and they're lined up just perfect to where when one's missing, you can see the mountain. And so I felt cheated every time I'd go to town and I can't see the mountain. I have to stop and go, oh, there it is, and go through people's yards and and have to explain to myself what am I looking at when they don't realize that there's a beautiful mountain. That when you look at it, you see the possibilities. That's what I see. When I look at that and see the mountain, I'm like, that mountain, I see so many possibilities as far as
what's that there?
Ideas. And I think that they're trying to hide it.
What's that? It looks like a serious piece of technology on the roof. What is it?
Yeah, that's the water. I think it's something to do with the river to where it's been changed, because that's the state capitol, the new one.
Oh, that's the cat. Okay, I came down there for the Open Oregon rally. They had like a dump truck, like that, like it pulled up in front of the state capitol and and then lowered it back down, and it was really cool, and people were cheering. And
I was gonna say, sorry, Ralph. I was just gonna say that Salem, because they always bring out the big equipment because we're easily entertained. You drop a helicopter, we're good for months. The city's calmed down.
Yeah, that thing does look like a turbine or something though. On top of there, it looks like, like I'm saying, like circuit board Earth. How is this not? How are these not circuits?
Imagine there's underground going out from city to city.
Circuit board Earth could prove the simulation, Rasta.
It does. It totally proves the simulation. I mean, look at. I was thinking the other night about the BLM riots and how like they just went through and just demolished the cities and just like broke glass and stuff, and then they boarded it all up, and then just like it was all fixed.
Yeah, they did it.
Just it just all it. They had money to do all their stuff and fix all their things, and it's like, how is that not a simulation?
They used BLM, manipulated them as a de facto army to rewrite history.
Now, see, when they put up
all
a gate,
of a sudden everybody was a slave owner.
I want to say something.
See, when they put up a gate, you got to take that gate down, because if you're a land management, they'll put a gate up on a public road. You're like, screw that. So you got to take that gate down, because if that gate's there for more than 2 years, then the gate can stay. At least that's what my grandpa said.
Why is Melanie and Angela fighting in the chat? Like, what's going on here?
Insects remind me of.
Let's investigate this.
Wait, let me say something.
I don't understand why everybody can't just get along. Like, what's going on?
Maybe because
Melanie, why are you? What is this? You
wait. Let me say something.
You shouldn't call people pathetic. It's not nice. It's not kind. Why do you not want to be kind with your words?
Flat Earth Mafia strikes again.
We only have so much time, and we're all here for the same thing, which is truth. So it's like, why can't we just be kind to one another?
Rodney King said, "Can't we all just?"
Angela Baby Carson is not a blatant liar. She's one of my favorite people in the entire truth community. I love Angela so much. She's always there in the chat. She's reached out to me, and her and Sean.
I love everybody.
They're amazing people.
Choosing.
Sean even loves the people I hate.
Like anybody who doesn't like Angela, like that's weird. Like, how could you not like her? Like she's like always positive, good vibes.
I like Angela.
Yeah, I love Angela.
Yeah.
Well, Melanie, why are you saying these things? I mean, that's pretty mean stuff you're saying. Complete fraud.
It's the same reason why somebody says
that's coming from someone who's never come on camera or shown their face. You're saying
that's unanswered
she's a complete fraud.
Unspoken rule right there.
I don't understand.
I want to talk about incest.
Is Melanie going to be on Sailing Fan Man tomorrow?
I don't know. I don't know.
I seen it. I seen the thing. It looks like it.
Oh, is she? Are you going to be on Sailing Fan Man tomorrow? I don't know. But she has a problem with me posting my goddess bath, and she doesn't think I should model She's just jelly, probably, because you're beautiful with your modeling of your Melodome t-shirts. I love how you model the Melodome t-shirts and your goddess bath. That looks so enchanted. I would love to sit out in the woods and take a bath.
We need a few models to model our clothing. Yes, we do.
Passive aggressive.
We need a few models to model our clothing. Yes, we do.
Passive aggressive. Yes, we do. Passive aggressive. 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 Passive ag I know that technique, Rasta.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty epic. You know, it's like. Also, you're going to be on the show tomorrow night, Melanie.
She is.
Cool. Wow.
I might watch it tomorrow night.
You're going to be a star.
I might go there just for Melanie.
Going live with CFM. Cool.
I'll give you a free Melanie.
I'll check it out.
Everybody can have one.
But you should be nice to Angela because she's really cool and she's a beautiful part of this community. There's no reason.
There's no reason
for hate.
No.
Hate don't got no room in here unless you know, there's reasons.
All right.
I can see why you.
I'm gonna mute everyone for 1 second. Hold on. I'm muting everybody for 1 second. No, everybody. Because I'm playing some music.
I gotta say something.
No. Sharing.
All right, fans, Romeo Ray Rivera. Beside me, arguably one of the best wrestlers to bless the mat in my lifetime, the Prince of South Philadelphia, Perfect Pazzy.
Arguably? Listen, Chikara! Vengeance is mine.
Of course, what Pazzy's talking about is last week in Pittsburgh, the surprise attack in the bathroom on Sleazer Milan. Your thoughts?
What do you think my thoughts are?
Let's roll footage.
If anybody got a problem with me, we just fight. Step up to the guys and you'll see we just fight. I suggest you best to take it easy. This is AOTB, and don't make it really, we just fight. If anybody got a problem with me, we just fight. Step up to the God degree, and we will fight. I suggest you check our reputation. This is dedication. All the devil's ways, but we will fight.
Listen, I could never take a L. Same energy that created heaven, created hell. Keep your motherfucking mouth shut and just wait for bail. That's the first law of the street, you never snake and tell. Big guns, big beards, bunch of Chewbaccas. Walk up in the door, knowing cop a few watches. So much low in high school, I needed 2 lockers. My enemy, mine enemy, Lou Gossett. I ain't trying to listen to y'all, cause you garbage. Victor Vastinov, high when he flew carpets. Everybody make money, only few profit. Still the same Vinny, I just got a new logic.
I ain't here to cut the cake. The fuck you think the knife is for? Criminal psychologist ain't never seen my type before. Self-titled motherfucking manager of manslaughter. I'm a mobster, shoot you if you move your hands off with. If I'm running, it's from the police. If I'm gunning, it's at your down piece. Extended barrel that's 12 feet. The steel mag will fold you. I think of steel magnolias when I see your soldiers. So come to the fork in the road and get a fork in your throat. No father to my style, I am the orphan of flows. Yes, bitch, you could get on my guest list. Just know I keep a biscuit in a bag like a McDonald's breakfast.
You ain't truly hard, I pulled your card on the boulevard. Robbed you for your jewelry in front of your groupie squad. Cause I'm a full retard. I'll slap you silly, tap the jelly out your capillary. Might murk you like Machiavelli. Armless, At your worst, you're an accomplice, a sidekick. You ride dicks, you're like an armrest. You get elbowed. Kick your shit in with my shells, hoes, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I'm stuck up like Velcro. You want a free hook? Hell no. You're a pussy cat, I got a douche for that. Peel your wig off and push it back. Your guard flesh will hang off your skeleton when the missiles ring. Let's make it official, gang, like the pistols bang. If anybody got a problem with me, we just fight. Step up to the guys and you'll see we just fight. I suggest you best to take it easy. This is AOTB, and don't make it really, we just fight. If anybody got a problem with me, we just fight. Step up to the God degree, and we will fight. I suggest you check our reputation. This is dedication.
Never take your eyes off your phone. Cause if you do, you are obsolete. The 9 you see him make niggas jump like Dominique. You need to stop rapping when I'm trying to sleep. Never trust a fat dude who say he just trying to eat. And that kind is me, I smoke that what kind of weed. You see it say since he stalled under the ganja leaf.
Can I?
So, does anybody
I can
got a
unmute myself.
problem
Okay, I'm
saying
back.
Just fight.
So,
Okay,
yeah,
so I'm gonna
like
say
I just gotta.
insects. Wait. Let me say something. Insects remind me that we're in a matrix because the way I see them, it's like eating nothing. There's
So, I feel like I should apologize for throwing my 2 cents about the
it's
chat.
muted.
Because the
Oh,
chat,
it was muted. Okay, let me
chat should
start
be able
again.
to do whatever they want in there, I think.
So insects remind me that we're in the matrix because the way they'll walk across a table with nothing on it and they'll be picking at it and eating the whole way. They're one bit of information in the matrix. It seems like.
All right.
They're definitely keeping the matrix running. Those insects.
All right. So we got, what was this building? Can you guys see it? No. Am I still, why am I still sharing when it says I'm not sharing? Something weird is going on with that. Okay. What is it sharing? Hold on. Something's weird.
It's sharing my video.
Oh, your video. Oh, I put it through.
I was gonna show you what they use, how they build these out of wood, and then put a cement like plaster over them, make it look like concrete.
How long is the video though? You're not playing a whole hour and 55 minutes.
It starts at 29 minutes is where you want to start. That shows you the process.
Go ahead, share it.
But it's 1893 Chicago Fair. Tells you how everybody came there from all over the world. Every state in the Union came there.
All right, yeah, it's good, Rock, because you know why? After that, we're getting into babies were sold as products in the 1900s. Go ahead.
We got family.
So that goes hand in hand because these World's Fairs, people, were not World's Fairs at all. Well, they were, but it wasn't what you think. Like, so
it was more like a Weird's Fair than a World's Fair.
They saying that they built all these beautiful buildings just to knock them down, like right after, right? They all lit up before electricity, most of them completely illuminated on their own. And they had baby incubators, and people would travel for months across the ocean on boat to get to these things, to see these live baby exhibits. And then they just ripped the whole thing down. All right. I don't know how often they were, but they had a lot of them.
Well, I got a theory on that too.
What's up?
On the incubators.
What do you got? What do you know about the incubators? Also, but let me say one more thing. The incubators were made before, like, we had any type of really technology to keep a baby alive. Like, it was a lot, you know, like the time period was weird. All right, go ahead.
Well, just to keep it real, something that maybe could explain it. The incubators, people would come there, and instead of getting an abortion, they would have the baby and give it up. And then, because in history back then, a woman that was pregnant and had a baby out of wedlock was shunned on. So they gave their babies away, orphanages, so they wouldn't have to be a single mother living in society, which would be shunned.
Mm-hmm. So that's what you think a lot. That's what you think a lot of the.
But the technology itself of the incubator is like,
Yeah, incubator just transfers air and keeps it warm like a chicken. You put a light in it, keep it warm.
Yeah, but there's.
I did see some evidence
today.
I did see some evidence of them actually growing the babies in petri dishes.
They're crazy. They're selling them.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep it real.
Yeah, you're right.
Not to go down that rabbit hole where we think that they built concrete structures and tore them down in 2 days. I'm trying to give you guys an explanation that people in the 1800s were loggers. They knew how to build shit out of wood. They came up with a plaster system. They could coat it. And that every state in the Union, this video tells you that every state in the Union came and built their own little wooden thing. And some of them.
I get what you're saying. Can you play it?
Do I have to do something or do you have to do it?
It's on your screen, so you have to do it. You gotta first of all press the big thing on the right corner to make it go full screen. Down on the bottom right corner, the big square.
Oh, this?
You gotta go over to the tab, up on top, and actually move it. You should have 2 tabs going, one with the StreamYard and one that says like up at the very top, one that says like.
Shit! I got to go into where it's actually at. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I know what to do now.
Thanks for saying that, Rock. You know, as far as that needs to be said.
Press the other one too in the right corner.
Kind of stucco.
The square, so it goes full screen in the right corner. That one. Press that. All right, there you go. Now press play. It'll work.
Made of a mixed the build
1893. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, can I play a video now? It's only mine's only 4 minutes long. I gotta take yours off for a sec. We'll get back. Leave yours up though. Leave yours up. We'll get back to it. So this was buddy Bill Miller, who's done a lot of research on how we start this show and this whole thing. He'd done a lot of research on the old world and the World's Fairs, and this was 1898. So Omaha's. So they must have had one 5 years later. If that was
from Omaha.
All right. So this is Omaha, 1898.
Beginning of the Omaha, beginning of the Union Pacific Railroad starts in Omaha.
What's up? This is what?
The railroad that went across the west started in Omaha, the Union Pacific. I remember growing up there, they had a huge Grand Central Station. But when they stopped, I remember when they tore it down, it was fucking wood. But when I remember as a kid, I thought it was marble. But when it got older and they didn't use the Grand Central Station, they tore it down.
Yeah.
And it was fucking wood.
It was just a facade, right? I know.
Yeah,
I watched them crush a brick building here, and I thought it was like really brick, right? And I was watching it for a while, and then when they crushed it, it was just like mostly wood. And then when they got down to where the brick was in the foundation area, like it just all cracked really easy, and it was like weak brick. You could tell it was like sand. It just like clay just broke. And there was something like a facade or something.
We used to take a train because my family was from the west Nebraska. So we used to take a train when I was 5, get on when they still had passenger trains, and I took a train 400 miles.
Yeah.
They don't do that shit anymore. No. Anyway,
right.
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to give you some history on that Omaha shit.
I'm gonna speed this up just a little bit. And then we'll watch. It's only 4 minutes long, so it'll probably be like 2 minutes or a little less.
The Omaha World's Fair. The far-reaching success of the Chicago World's Fair in 1893 inspired community leaders in Omaha, Nebraska to hold their own version of that historic event, the Trans-Mississippi and International Exposition.
Oh wow, so they held this one in honor of the one you were just showing.
Expo spread across 184 acres at the northern edge of Omaha
Omaha's
near the
not far
Missouri
from
River
Chicago.
from June 1st to October 31st, 1898. The Grand Court at the heart of the expo consisted of majestic but temporary structures and statuary lush gardens and a canal with fountains and gondolas, all in stark contrast to the city of Omaha itself, which was still regarded by much of the nation as a frontier.
I heard that at some of these places where the World's Fair is, there's still some buildings left, like a couple, that they didn't knock down.
Town, even as it grew and developed as a major Midwestern
Old Town
business.
in Omaha.
Yeah.
You go down to Old Town right next to the river, there's still some old buildings there. But they're basically facades.
I know you can tell that, it's hard to tell, but there's some really, really old ones that aren't facaded too, like masonry buildings, but then there is some that look like they're like that and they're really not. And
buildings in South Carolina
in the center
that are brick buildings,
though much,
but they're covered
that
with
new thing going around says Freemasons.
Yeah.
It's free. It's Mason, but it's free because it's founded. They founded it, and it was Freemasonry. They call it. That's a Freemason.
Yeah.
That's what they're.
Yeah, I heard that the other night. I heard someone say that the other night.
Much smaller in scale and attendance than other World's Fairs of the period, such as the St. Louis World's Fair, which followed in 1904, the event captured the imagination of the region, received national attention in magazines such as Harper's Weekly, Harper's Bazaar, and Century Illustrated, and attracted 2 million visitors. Today, remnants of the expo exist in public and private collections, but no structures remain at the site. On the opening day of the Trans-Mississippi and International Exposition, a local newspaper, the Omaha Bee, described the expo's grand court on its front page. And I quote, "To the spectator, it would seem that some long-forgotten magician had escaped from the dingy covers of an ancient fairy tale and caressed the bare expanse of bluff and stubble with his creative wand. At the potent touch, palaces of fine art and industry appeared as though fashioned from some low-hanging cloud. Their soaring domes and pinnacles resplent in the June sunshine, and their wide stretches of court and promenade gorgeous with the bloom and fragrance of oriental gardens. Even nature is outdone by the persistent force and virility of the hustling West. For since the last snowflake disappeared, the rugged bluff has been transformed into a panorama of turf and foliage and flower that seems like the creation of a dozen seasons."
So, Rock, like, I know what you're saying. I've heard the side that they built them out of wood and knocked them down. Those look like wood, some of them, right? But like ultimately, what I think is like I've been seeing a lot of information coming out trying to debunk this now, and I think that the mud flood was the Great Flood, and if they debunk it, they're trying to debunk God. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to hide God.
Yeah.
Because
I think
like
there's a lot of-
if the Great Flood is real, then the Bible is real. You know?
Yeah.
And then so that's the way I'm looking at it. Like I'm looking at it from more of like a Christian perspective, like, you know?
Yeah, I'm looking at it a Christian perspective too. So
Yeah.
there's people saying that like maybe we missed 1,000 years, the rapture's already happened. Millennium's over. Millennium.
Yeah, that's
over,
that's the meltology, Rock. That's the meltology.
But-
That's what. Yeah, that I know. That's not mud flood though.
I'm
But
just
go ahead.
showing you a way that
Yeah.
these fairs could be built and tore down. I'm just showing you a way that could, because I don't want you to.
The difference between the mud flood and the meltology people, Rock, is they believe what you just said. The meltologists believe that the millennial reign already happened and the judgment of fire and that's where we are. But the mud flood people believe, most of them, that the flood happened. God put the rainbow in the sky that promised that he'd never flood the earth again, and we're still waiting for the fire. What do you think?
Well, I believe. I mean, when you boil it all down, I mean, like it clearly, like it seems like that we're at the point where, like this is, clearly the flood scenario happened, right?
Yeah.
And wiped out. I was on a show last night and someone she believed up and down that Christ's millennial reign had already happened. And I'm like, no, I don't understand. I don't think that. I don't believe that.
I think that we will still be judged.
I think that honestly, because I see the number 144 so often in my life, and the 222s. Like when I just said 222, it said like we'd been live 222, and I was born.
What comes after the judgment of fire? So if we were already judged by fire, then what's going to happen to us?
Well,
what's next?
Let Rock explain it. Go
ahead.
If you believe the millennium is over, and that this is Satan's short period of time he's let loose, then we're waiting for a 1,500 square mile city of God to come down, and then the people left behind, there'll be another revolution to fight against God, and it's the final war where he just burns them all.
The final countdown. The
But
final
I
countdown.
think that if you're, but if you got the wrong idea, you're going to think that thing comes down as a spaceship, and you're going to against God.
So you think it might be the fake? You think it's the fake alien invasion? You think it's the fake alien invasion they're talking about?
No, but you know the post-flood, before the flood, the earth was inhabited by billions of very smart people, and they built structures all over the world. They call it, some people call it Atlantis.
Yeah.
They got buried. That's all over the world. You can see pyramids in South America that were buried. There's things that were buried in America.
I see pyramids. I saw pyramids in the mountains. Yeah, the giant mounds and stuff. Yeah.
The Grand Court, also known as the New White City, in reference to the classical architecture of the Chicago World's Fair, exhibited the products, industries, art, and design of Nebraska and adjoining states, and sought to promote these widely throughout the nation. The expo also included a midway of carnival rides and traveling attractions, and the Indian Congress, which was attended by more than 500 members and of 35 different Native American tribes.
All right. What, that was in Omaha?
No, I think they were showing some of Chicago's to explain why Omaha did it. They said, oh, this is why we did it, because Chicago did this. And then they end up showing a bunch of Chicago's pictures. So I don't think Omaha's was that as big as Chicago's was. Because, you know, back then, the Chicago was the industrial hub of the nation almost.
Chicago's pretty old, yeah. Big.
Yeah, it was. And then
it was.
I guess those homies stayed behind and took over Chicago. Now it's a shithole.
That was some serious gravy though that flowed out. That was a lot of information.
I know. We did pretty well.
Like that was powerful stuff.
Okay.
That was wild.
Yeah. So there was a pre-flood, and Atlantis got buried all over the world.
Oh,
and then, you know, David, King Solomon, that people don't believe, but you know, he had a world system too.
Hold on one sec. Whoa. All right, I got some fan mail.
You got fan mail.
You heard of Kali Yuga?
The Kali Yuga.
Yeah. In Hinduism, they believe that we're in Kali Yuga, which is the age of demons, the worst of the yugas. They worship.
Yep, it is. The evolutionary energy arts. So listen to them. They talk about the Kali Yuga.
All right. This is from Enough with your unnormal, depressing, weird, irritating singing. Dear Mr. Betts, I have always felt honored living near you. You are the most happy neighbor a person could ever meet. Therefore, you must understand how difficult it has been for me to approach you with this matter. I'm afraid I can no longer stand your singing. I lay in bed last noonday trying to sleep in my coffee, and all I could hear was your depressing, irritating way of singing weird. I find it quite unnormal. I had a daymare that you burst in through the door singing "The Hills Are Alive." I insist that you take action to stop your singing from upsetting me. I demand that you stop immediately, then go to Canada. And while we're on the matter, I'm finding you laughing increasingly inexcusable. This is not the kind of behavior I expect from somebody living in such a complying neighborhood like Sunny Valley. If you don't rectify the situation, I shall have no choice but to turn you into a night being. I shall call the mayor and post photos of your singing on Facebook. Furthermore, I have to close ties with Yakuza, and I won't be afraid to cash in a few favors if you don't comply with my demands. Thanks, Dolly Madison.
That's a great letter. Really.
What do pictures of you singing on Facebook?
Now I'm gonna. What was the song she said? You burst in the door singing. Like
The hills are alive.
I can't stop. No matter what I do,
Sound of music.
Sound of mud floods.
no matter what I do, I can't get these broads to stop sending me messages, dude. It's like, whoa. It's like, calm down. All right. Anyway,
Dolly Madison.
Yeah, that was lovely.
Yeah. So anyway, we got all right, Rock. You want to play any more of this, or I'll get to the next one. We'll bring it back. I got something I want to play, but first, I need to make a coffee before we get into this.
Who is The Rock? I've never even met The Rock before. Like, this is like my first time.
You got a new guy here. That's great. Rock, welcome.
That's Rocky Shepherd. He's been my sub for a while. I don't know. He's
Rock.
Cool.
Nice
I'm gonna
to
put
meet
everybody
you, Rock.
on mute.
Oh, Shepherd.
I'm muting
Okay,
everybody
yeah.
for a second because I'm playing music. All right. Give me.
Mark. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
I see some fucked up things.
Go to sleep.
I'm awake.
Wake
when
up.
I go to sleep. Can't tell the difference between the two. Wake up.
The devil, here he comes, lurking in the drums, working with the music, he's a serpent with his tongue. Sneak up in the grass, who's as merciless as I am, none, nobody else, no one. Percocets and rum, circle him and run. The lion's out his cage and the circus isn't done. It's only just begun, I'm in a dark place. There's something in my blood, it's making my heart race. I think I'm going crazy, keep thinking people wanna grave me, body me, probably me. This insanity is gonna swallow me. Forget it, you don't understand, man, you don't follow me. Some people wanna see me dead, that's why I keep a 45 under my bed. There's no sun, just rain and thunder instead. Look what this sick world has done to my head. Do you see what I see when you go to sleep? Devils in your head, angels underneath the sheets. Voices of apocalypse entangled in your speech. There's a war, ain't nobody angling for peace. Do you hear what I hear when you go to sleep? Devils in your head, angels underneath the sheets. Voices of apocalypse entangled in your speech. There's a war, ain't nobody angling for peace. But Burgundy economy, murdered by your mommy. 500 for the suction up in her dirty punani. Whole world washed away, 30 tsunamis. Buildings knocked from the force of 32 armies. Apocalypse is coming, rocket ships are humming. Gangsta motherfuckers who are popping clips and gunning. Crackheads rolling on you, get your pocketbooks and run them. So are we to believe that this Jesus is coming? The people want religion, their religion's money. It isn't funny, liquor got me sick to my tummy. Dunny, look around, don't be a dummy. Probably never see it if you don't see it from me. Some believe we all bleed. Yeah, this verse is a rain, cause it's bad every day, but it's worse in the night. That's why I stay high and I curse in the mics. Cause death is the only thing certain in life. Do you see what I see when you go to sleep? Devils in your head, angels underneath the sheets. Voices of apocalypse entangled in your speech. There's a war, ain't nobody angling for peace. Do you hear what I hear when you go to sleep? Devils in your head, angels underneath the sheets. Voices of apocalypse entangled in your speech. There's a war, ain't nobody angling for peace. To sleep. Devils in your head, angels underneath the sheets. Voices of apocalypse entangled in your speech. There's a war, ain't nobody angling for peace. Do you hear what I hear when you go to sleep? Devils in your head, angels underneath the sheets. Voices of apocalypse entangled in your speech. There's a war, ain't nobody angling for peace.
I was just doing some yoga. What are you doing, Singe? More fan mail. Ooh. I could do some fan mail. I've got a letter I wrote to Big
Today we're
Bear.
going to be discussing a
I
lost
don't think you
history.
read it.
A very strange world where babies were literally sold as commodities and shipped as mail. Insane, right?
I find it.
What does it say about our past when, just 100 years ago, people were essentially shopping for infants? And why isn't this widely known? Could it be that this piece of history was deliberately buried or omitted due to its
That's a lot of
unsettling
Photoshop
implications?
there.
I mean, did people actually need to mass purchase?
Hey, you know, my son
baby?
is a magician too.
Was this part of some grand repopulation scheme or a migration wave where orphans and young kids were sold and moved westward? We've touched on this topic before. About a year ago, we released a video called Repopulation Postcards and the Cabbage Patch Kids. Our understanding has since evolved. And we got our hands on a brand new collection of absolutely
Hey, that's
jaw-dropping
Photoshop.
postcards that we can't wait
Go
to
back.
share
That's
with you.
Photoshop.
If you missed
That cabbage pictures. That's Photoshop. That's Photoshop. Got any real pictures? I can't hear anybody. Now, how come I can't hear anybody?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Nobody was
muted.
talking. Everybody's silent.
Oh, I was muted. Rock.
I'll say something.
They're saying that they got these from old postcards from like the 18 whatevers. Like
This is a
these
cool
are,
looking-
that's why they look like that, because they're postcards, and that's how they found them, and they're old.
This is a cool looking picture right here.
Yeah, but I was
this is
saying
really
when you
awesome.
had that. Yeah.
No, I
that
understand what you're
wagon-
saying. I know
that
what
wagon
you're saying.
with the big cabbages on it. The big
Yeah, wait,
wagon with that looks Photoshop.
I'm just like
a different one.
I'd be on that boat. Like I've got
young kids were sold and
like this one you're saying?
No, the one with the
Before
the
that?
horse and buggy with the cabbage on it. The big cabbages.
Let me see. I'm trying to get to it.
Oh, it's right after the train.
Oh, it's
Just let it
after the
keep
train.
going.
All right.
Yeah,
All
just-
right. Well,
let it
I
keep
just let it.
going.
I just let it keep going. Here's the train.
kids were sold and moved westward. We've touched on this topic before. About a year ago, we released a video called Repopulation Postcards and the Cabbage Patch Kids. Our understanding has since
That looks
evolved. We got our
Photoshop.
hands on a brand new
This looks photoshopped. In what way?
Look at the guy sitting on top of the
Mhm.
cabbages. That looks photoshopped in. That don't look real. How is those cabbages staying on? They're not even tied down.
That's what they are. Giant cabbages, huh?
yeah. How
No,
does
it's
how are they on there
Photoshop.
and not tied down? Like I have to use
It's
ratchet
Photoshop.
straps.
You see straps?
Yeah, like I took a load of trees to the yard waste place today, and I had to use ratchet straps to strap that thing down. Like those things don't like what's holding those things on.
Yeah, look at the one on the back.
I mean,
How's that
maybe
one staying
maybe
on?
there's something we're not seeing. Maybe there's a net or something.
Yeah, maybe it's Photoshop.
Yeah.
All right. Moving along.
collection of absolutely jaw-dropping postcards that we
That's
can't wait to share with you.
Photoshop.
Well, it's a
If you missed that
postcard.
earlier video, here's a quick
You get it? It's a postcard. Like
Yeah.
they made the postcard look like that.
rundown.
That's Photoshop.
Yeah.
That's Photoshop too.
While researching for
Well,
our old
that's
world
the old
Photoshop
school
skills,
version of Photoshop. They used to just cut out little
postcards from the
pictures of
early
people's heads
1900s.
and paste them on.
Oh,
I think at the World's Fair, they probably what they probably did is a bunch of people dropped their
Postcards
kids off. and
dated
left
from
them there.
1890 to 1920 are a genre unto themselves and were circulated throughout Europe and the United States. But here's
So these postcards are from 1819 to 1920, and it was a genre of postcards that they made that looked like this, and they were circulated through Europe and the United States.
That's where it gets wild. Not only do these cards feature babies sprouting from cabbages, there are other categories that make it abundantly clear what's going on. It would seem that babies were being sold in baby farms or even baby shops. We're about to unravel a historical enigma that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about the past. Now that previous video did very well and went viral.
1906.
But there were some things that we glossed over or didn't fully unpack.
PSYOP.
This video aims to set the record
Has a postmark on it though.
straight. This topic isn't just about
Yeah,
whimsical images
They were
of babies and
PSYOPing you back
cabbages.
in 1906.
Some viewers actually thought we were saying babies were literally grown in cabbages, and a few content creators even accused us of photoshopping the cards to deceive people.
There you go.
The disbelief mainly comes from the fact that many have never
People already accused them of it.
encountered these postcards before, but they are very real. And what they suggest isn't just shocking, it could completely upend our understanding of history. Before we dive into our updated collection, let's break this down a bit more because there's a lot to digest. Repopulation? Babies for sale? What are we even talking about? Yes, not only have we expanded our collection of these postcards, but we've also translated them. And now we've gained a clearer understanding of what these cards depict and the messages that they carry. It appears that these postcards were essentially advertisements, a way for people to literally select the baby they wanted to purchase shown on the cards. If you're a regular on our channel, you're probably already familiar with the cabbage babies category. We covered this extensively in our first repopulation postcards video, but that's just scratching the surface. There's another category that might be even more unsettling. We're calling it the à vendre postcards. À vendre means for sale in French. While a significant chunk of these postcards are in French, this phenomenon wasn't limited to France. We can say this with certainty because our collection includes American cards with US postage stamps, as well as German and Dutch cards. So let's be clear, these postcards depict babies as products, essentially turning them into commodities available for purchase. And that's not just creepy, it's a stark reminder of how different social norms and practices were just a century ago. Alright, well let's start off with a postcard that blatantly shows two babies next to a sign saying à vendre or for sale. The caption at the top reads, Jean who laughs, Jean who cries. At first glance you might think it's just some quirky vintage humor, but my suspicion? We're looking at something far more insidious. These are actually advertisements. Still skeptical? Check out this next one. Modern Baby Bazaar. Free entrance. Trustworthy establishment. Does not fear competition. Everything is for sale. All you have to do is take. We don't accept returns. Do you find anything cute about that? The card is literally branding itself as a trustworthy establishment and emphasizes a no return policy.
They still sell babies.
Is this trying to point towards something much deeper? Also note the Rex label in
They
the bottom right
Ukraine.
corner.
Ukraine.
That's what I was gonna say, yeah.
Studios involved in creating
What's the
these
difference?
postcards.
Ukraine.
They weren't the only ones, but it seems they had a role in distributing
what's up, man?
cards. There could be a
Ukraine
connection to Rex
itself
theaters and cinema, although
known
that's not
for,
confirmed.
Orphans.
Let's examine another card.
Biggest orphan
This one
place
also
in
boldly states,
Ukraine.
Bebés à vendre. And here,
Selling
the
babies.
babies are displayed in
That's what they do.
baskets, as if they were produce in a
Why
grocery
Biden
store.
likes
But it doesn't stop
Ukraine
there.
so much.
A baby is shown growing out of a cabbage, tying us back to the larger theme of repopulation. It's clear that we're not talking about cabbages here. This is about the commodification of human life. Here's another one featuring cabbages being sold. To the left, we see babies sprouting from both cabbages and roses, freshly harvested if you will. On the right, there's a display of babies, each accompanied by a phrase. The card's title, Babies for Sale. With them, you will have the greatest of joys. The text on the left of the card states, Your choice, all our babies bring happiness. Then under each baby, there are
If you wanted
phrases
to
almost
get
like mini
rid of one
resumes.
of your
For example,
children, what would you
I will
do?
be
Sell
good.
it
I will not pee
or
in the
give
bed.
it away to
I
an
am
orphan?
cheerful.
Which one
I
would
would
you
love
do?
you. I will wait for you.
I hope I
would be
never have to
nice."
do any of those things.
It's almost as if each baby is accompanied
don't
by
know.
a sales pitch, a
It's a
list
tough
of
choice.
features to help you make your purchase.
People used to do shit like
So we're
that.
forced to ask.
That's weird.
It's
They're like,
like-
it's
What's going
not a
on here?
human. It's a baby.
It's not just an
Don't
I mean,
worry.
I
Consider
bet.
the
I guess
product.
it's. I guess it's better than either one is
What did
better
you say?
than,
It's not-
than killing the
Local
baby.
artifact.
It's not a human,
These
it's a
postcards
baby.
serve as a window into an
That's
unsettling
what they're
era.
acting like.
Yeah, now
they
Manipulating
just
the
abort
oldest
them.
members of
Maybe.
society
Now
as
they
mere
just
You'll be a
abort
human
them.
someday.
complete
They
selling
don't
them to
sell them
no
or give them
return
to
policies.
orphans. A lot of people just abort
Yes,
them
these are
nowadays.
babies being sold in a cart.
I know. At least they have a
Cabbages are
chance to
symbolic of them
live.
being grown and sold as produce. This card
This way.
proclaims the cries of Paris. Here are pretty cabbage heads, babies, not expensive. Are we to understand that these children were being sold at bargain prices? And let's not ignore the emotional aspect. Many of these children
You have a
depicted don't look happy.
clearance section
Some even
on the
appear to be
babies.
screaming or visibly terrified. There are also
Wow.
cards showing babies confined in cages, treated like
Yeah.
pets or even animals.
That's weird.
Where's the
That's
humor in that?
definitely weird.
The card is explicit. Babies
That
for
is
sale.
weird.
Do
If you
want a
don't
baby?
think
Called
that's
it.
weird,
Told you they weren't
you're
human.
Implications
weird.
are staggering.
Yeah,
That's
These aren't just
definitely.
odd or
That's
quirky
their
element of
ultra mind
historical ephemera.
control.
These
That's
postcards
what they
were
do to
evocative of
their
a time when
babies.
societal values and norms were
They-
disturbingly different from today, to the point where the commodification of children
Call
was
it
openly
monarch
depicted and
butterfly.
possibly socially acceptable. So the question is, what does this all mean for our understanding of history and human morality? Because clearly, these aren't
It
just
means
pieces of vintage art.
mankind has always
They're
been
windows
wicked,
to a world we can barely
and they
comprehend.
still are.
This next card might just be the most unsettling one. The text is simple but chilling. For sale. Buy me. I'm bored here. And the background is just as disturbing.
It's like a
An
baby
empty street
pound.
devoid
Like,
of any life or
instead of a dog
activity.
pound, it's a baby
The
pound.
child is
They're
bored.
pretty cute babies.
That
Yeah.
boredom seems to hint at something far more unsettling.
It looks like it might be in
What are we to make of this?
at a
An empty
some
street,
world
a
fair
bored child for
somewhere.
sale? Could this
I
be
know,
suggestive
right?
of a larger, darker
Like
issue
they
at
all
play?
get together at the World Fair. All the
Hello,
Satanists
my
of the
beautiful
world get
soul
together.
friends.
Oh no.
It is with great joy that I welcome you.
No,
No.
no.
He welcomes you to
Maybe they were
the
neglected.
black
Or
hole.
worse, trapped in a system that viewed them as goods rather than as
Welcome you
human
to the
beings.
black hole.
Moving on. Here's another depiction of a baby store. Let's break down the text. Child market. Beautiful opportunities. Choose the cutest, large selection of babies. So a large selection of babies. Once again, note the text at the bottom. Avendu. These babies are for sale. This isn't just some quirky oddball postcard. Now this one's super interesting.
Yeah, that's very quirky and
This
audible.
postcard belongs to the multi-babies, water babies category within our collection. This card is unique, however, because of the writing on the back. It's dated to 1907 from the postmark and was actually sent in the US. The message says, Dear L, don't you think they are very pretty on the other side?
Fishing
If
for
so,
babies.
Hurry up and order one before they get sold. Love, from Agi. So hold up. It's not just a surreal artwork. This person is saying to the receiving end that they need to hurry up and put in an order before they get sold? That's beyond weird, and it seems to suggest that this is more than just art, but a way to promote
Yeah,
the selling of
farmers
babies
needed
to those in the
workers.
know. Check this one
They
out.
need some babies to go
This
pick
particular
their
card
cotton
actually
or
has the
their
babies' names on
corn.
it.
That's what it
This
was
suggests that
probably
these aren't just
for,
made-up
yeah.
characters. These babies are based on real children.
And the
Are we
city
looking at
folk,
a
they don't
strange
want
form of
babies.
Victorian advertising where the
All the
artwork
city
actually
folk
serves
go
as
to
a
the World
catalog
Fair,
for choosing
drop
a
off
baby
the
to
babies
buy?
to all the farmers
The
in
caption
America.
translates to, I wish you a similar small family, and it features 26 babies on the card. So who are these kids? Are they orphans? Could this be a family portrait? Intriguingly, the ink used for the babies' names matches the ink on the back of the card. So whoever sent this card knew these babies by name. It would seem that this card was sent with the intention of facilitating a purchase. Dated to August 1903, the postcard is addressed to a
It's
Mr.
like the
and Miss
U.S.
Charlotte.
government's doing at the
It appears
border
to have been
right
sent to
now.
a couple. But the
Shipping
big question
children
is,
to
why?
tree
And why
designated
hasn't this facet of history ever been shared with us? Was this kept
sponsors.
secret?
Mostly
This mysterious
probably
practice
Catholic.
is not an isolated event. It connects to broader topics like the orphan trains, foundling hospitals, and even world fairs. We actually have a postcard that displays these cabbage children as they're on sale, and the back of the card indicates that this was part of an exposition. Just like the other cards, these
Cabbage
children have special
patch thing
traits
is
with
just a
skills listed,
promotional
almost like
thing,
a
like a
resume,
gimmick.
seemingly to entice potential
Sell
buyers.
children.
So, to truly
And they make
grasp
you
the
feel like,
implications
oh,
of
we
these
just grew
mysterious
them
postcards,
cabbage
we need to
patch.
talk about the
We
first
grew
ever
them.
narrative film.
You know, no
While
big
there
deal.
were
Yeah,
short
I get
films
what
and
I
moving
get what you're
pictures before
saying.
this,
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
first
it's like a
movie to include an
marketing. It's like a
actual
marketing
storyline
scam.
was
Scheme.
Lafayette
You know?
Show from 1896.
Yeah, that's what it is.
This movie shows a fairy who's not just a magical
They don't
being,
have
but
a
actually
mother or
Just like-
father. Don't worry about that.
Just like they use the tulip for fertility clinics because the tulip comes up every year, dude. Like I planted some like 12 years ago, and they
They
still
keep
come
coming
up.
back. Yeah. Yep.
And yeah, the same one, but you know, unless they breed with the other ones.
it's more like a merchant handling multiple parentless children quite abruptly. So much so that it might even be considered abusive today. In a 1902 remake titled Sage Femme de Première Classe, or
Odyssey's
Midwife
going
of Upper
strong.
Class, the story even gets more disturbing.
Recordings just
got better. Yeah, they did with Dana from StreamYard.
The children are kept in some sort of reserve where wealthy couples come to shop for them, similar to how one would shop for products. Strangely, live babies are used in the film, crying as they are laid on the ground for their potential parents to examine. This historical context provides vital insight into what these Cabbage Patch postcards might really be. They're not just bizarre artworks of a bygone era, but could actually be a catalog-type advertisement for the sale of children, especially when we consider that these Cabbage Patch Kids are being offered up for sale in a context that predates or is contemporary with these early films. We even have a postcard in our collection that's particularly striking in its relief style, something we haven't seen really in any other postcard. But once again, it clearly indicates that the babies in these Cabbage Patches are up for sale. So, when we connect the dots between the postcards and these early films, the implications are deeply troubling and raise serious ethical questions about practices and values from a century ago. For sure, the struggle to digest this hidden chapter of history is magnified by the simple fact that it was never part of our official education. And yet, the echoes of these practices have lived on through folktales and nursery stories. The stork delivered the baby, or you were found in a cabbage patch. These cultural explanations for where babies come from might sound innocent enough, but when you dig deeper, they may actually have darker origins. Were these stories merely created as a way to sidestep awkward discussions about reproduction? Or could they be distorted echoes of real, unsettling practices from not-so-distant history? Well, let's take a look at some of these postcards in hand. Okay. Hey, what's up, guys? We just wanted to show you, in person in hands, our updated repopulation postcard collection. So we're going to go ahead and start with the Cabbage Patch Babies. These ones are way better than the last time. Super cool. Let's not go so fast, hold on. So yeah, we're not going to go through all the handwriting just yet, but we just want to quickly go through them. This one is a, let's flip it over really quick. Let me see something. Yeah, okay, cool. Turn it back on. It doesn't say Avando, but yeah, this one's an old one. Go ahead, keep going. Let's see. Babies and Cabbages. I have a post stamp. Let's see. That's 1905.
Well,
Wow. This game, you're not ready.
You're not ready for my game.
So let's keep going. This one is basically the sisters, like the new mother, gathering the baby freshly from the field. You guys have probably seen this one. This is from the last time. Really old looking. Cool. This one's really special because it also has an orphan train. This one I think is Dutch. Parents. Yeah, and the parents. This is 1905. That's what it is. Yep. This one's crazy. Yeah, it's one of the top ones. Let's keep going. This one's crazy because of the glass top, kind of serving it, presenting it, the cabbages. Let's go ahead. Okay, yeah, this one is an Avando Cabbage Patch field, so it's really special. And it's also, let me see if I get it at the right angle. You can see, turn it around so you can, it has a relief. So it's super unique. I've never seen any postcard with this kind of style, so really special. And let's see, I don't, oh, whatever, I was trying to stick here. Can't see it, can't remember. All right, next one.
Before
that's
Roe
cabbage
versus
seed, that's what it
Wade,
says.
people had this.
23.
They made contracts that people would buy your baby
Cool, here's one of those.
before it
Photo
was born.
montages. I love
Give you
this
20
stuff.
grand
Pretty
for it.
Yeah.
In the 60s, people were selling babies for 20 grand. These whores would have, abortion was illegal. So they had so they made arrangements with people to sell their babies, maybe $20,000. And they even had where the man would donate the sperm, and some girl would have his baby for him.
They still do
Yeah,
things
there's
like
a-
that today, right? I mean,
Yeah, there's a
So,
logical
they have-
explanation for this. It's just
like,
that was a
like wom-
gimmick to
like
sell
women,
babies.
women who can't have babies, sometimes they'll have another woman carry the baby, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like the same
Or
thing.
or if a husband was infertile and the mother couldn't have babies, they would just find a girl that's pregnant and buy her baby. It's been going on this is just a gimmick to sell babies is all it is. They're
Yeah.
just trying to appease people's guilt complex
But the
buying a baby.
the most important thing is if you have an adopted baby or you whatever took care, you should be proud of yourself, and it's still your baby because you love them. You know, so that's doesn't really
Yeah.
matter. Like the good people that got babies, you know, that needed babies, that love the babies. I mean, it could be a good thing too. You know.
Yeah.
For
There's
some
nothing wrong with being raised by a farmer and growing up helping some farmer out.
If they were like, you know, abusing them or something, it's not
Yeah, if
good,
they
but-
treat them like a child instead of like a slave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's two ways to look at it. Like, you know, like growing up on a farm, you would like get a lot of discipline, and you'd probably be, you know, not getting in trouble. And
It's
work
better than the
hard.
orphan trains.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, people could either give their baby to a family or give it to an orphan.
And it's interesting
Orphanage,
because you'll see,
and
some
that's
of
what they
these
did in the
same
past.
children reused as
People
stock
would
photos.
drop babies off at
This
the
one is special
orphanage
because it's a World Fair.
because
Well,
it
the
was
orphan
shameful to have
trains
a-
started.
Yeah,
it.
or the orphan
Exhibition
trains.
in
Yeah.
Canale. So
Well, it didn't start, but it
they're
seems to
special ones.
coincide with it, like at the beginning.
And this is another Armando. Babies for sale.
Yeah, like maybe they dropped them off in New York and they shipped them by train to
I think we might have two of those or two that are very similar.
farmland out west or something. So
This
they
is
put them
also
on
kind of like a
trains.
multi-
Had a couple million
Very
kids, I think, something like that.
Now I did see some
This
videos.
was crazy.
Or
I
200,000.
did see some pictures and videos of them throwing babies down
Who
chimneys.
knows what their numbers are?
Well, not children, little kids down chimneys, and they were using them as chimney sweeps because they could fit down the chimney.
Oh, the chimney
That-
sweep ones. Yeah.
That's not cool.
And those guys had
Illustrated or
whips
painted,
too.
but
Yeah.
You basically see farm animals with the children, so some symbolism going on there.
Well, I remember
definitely
the
monkey.
40s.
And
They
there's-
had
there's
a
like
lot
a-
of orphan
I guess like a
movies about
collection
orphans.
for
Like,
different versions of this one.
they
The
would
next
find kids on the
Like
walking
Annie,
through
a whole
south.
bunch of them, dude. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
about
I s-
orphans. Yeah.
yeah, like there was like an era where they made movies, and every movie was about orphans. The whole list. of them.
Little Rascals.
Yeah, Little Rats, Annie. I don't know, a whole
thing
bunch.
of the same style.
It's like the same artist.
Baby freshly plucked from the
People
fields.
had different norms and
Yeah,
standards
and this
back
one,
then.
this is the Blanchet.
Well, maybe
It
there
was
was a lot of
normal.
orphans. There was a lot of orphans back then.
This
too.
one's weird. I think this was 1920 or something.
There's a lot of
Many
orphans
stories.
now.
Many stories start with the child losing their parents.
They love this game, dude. Whoever it is.
Yeah.
This hour brought to you by video
This one's
games.
in Spanish, 1935, yeah. So a later one.
Up. Angela's going to
Mary.
sleep.
Cabbage Patch. Can you see the year? That's 07, 1907.
Angela's going to sleep. You know. what
Good
that
night,
means?
Angela.
I'm going to sleep too. Good night.
Mm-hmm.
You slept.
system has been activated. Option to override self-destruct expires in 10 minutes.
Angela.
I like that one.
It never
Did
gets
you pay-
old.
And
Did
we're
you pay
back.
for that, or did you make that, or did you pay for it?
Singeman made it. Singeman is an artist. Yeah, he does all the most of the clips. Almost every clip I play, Singeman does it. He draws all the designs for the T-shirts, except for a few that Flatter Day Saints drew, and a few things that Flatter Day Saints did for me, which is cool. That I still use, and yeah. So Singeman and Flatter Day Saints do all my designs, which is pretty cool. But Singeman does a lot.
So,
Nice.
and this one is at the bottom.
Thank you.
I guess we're not gonna.
Yeah.
But because it serves as like a good.
I've got this thing coming up.
But this is
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Taco Tuesday on the 24th of this month.
Oh,
It's
like
a
a
Tuesday.
a national holiday. It's going to be a national holiday.
It is going to be a national holiday.
Yeah, I think I remember it last year.
Taco Tuesday from the Lego movie. Do you remember the Lego movie when they did the Taco Tuesday?
I've seen the Lego movie. I did see it, but
That was the big hoo-ha, was the Taco Tuesday.
oh, the one I saw was the Lego
So did they
Batman.
claim to invent Taco Tuesday?
Oh, you never saw the actual
Not the
first
original. I
You
don't
never
think
saw
so.
the original
Maybe.
with
I used to go to the movies and pay for one movie and then just walk into different theaters after and just watch whatever's on and just stay there all day for no reason. I'd
yeah.
watch, I'd
It
watch,
was a good one. The Lego
8
movie
movies
was
in a row.
really. I've watched it more times than I care to even say because having 3 kids, I've watched it too many times.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good movie, and I've played with my share of Legos, and so yeah, Tuesday the 24th, though, I'm gonna be DJing at this burrito place, the Smart Donkey, which is funny because it's like the smart ass.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be the Smart Donkey burrito place here in Portland, Oregon. And
You're
gonna
DJing,
be
so
doing-
are they paying you to DJ or is it just fun?
They'll pay me if we get a good turnout, which I think we will. I'm going to promote it. We're going to make some flyers, and I'm thinking about making like some Lego Rasta DJ like type themed flyers with it.
Maybe we can go. Maybe we can get Sean Osborne to go and film it for you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that would be dope. Yeah, it would be cool if he came up and checked it because it's gonna be a lot of fun. Because I mean, they got burritos, they got a full, if you drink, they got the full tequila bar, and they got a nice out big patio. So Taco Tuesday, Smart Donkey, which is like, I love that because like they got a kick out of my business name, the Gringo.
Yeah.
Because they're Hispanic and they've got this food cart called Smart Donkey, which is it's a wordplay business as well called it's like smart ass. And so when we united, they just loved it. And so we're gonna have a great time. It's gonna be my first like DJ at like a bar deal in years.
What town is that in?
In Portland, Oregon.
Oh no.
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah. He showed us some of the
Look at
sights of
Sitchman's
Oregon.
background. Good one, Sidge.
That's pretty creepy. It's like come lay in the cabbage patch, Singe.
Oh god. So
yeah, people will believe anything, you know. People born from cabbages.
Mhm.
I'm in
Yeah.
the
I mean, we all have to come from something, right? You know, like
I mean, would you look at it me any
Remember-
differently if I was born from a cabbage? I mean,
Remember the movie The Pods?
Actually, yes, I would. Look
I
at
mean,
you.
we our generation grew up with the dumb Cabbage Patch Kid dolls. Remember, like we had those dolls, and
there you go. There's another.
and
connection.
even and then
Yeah.
you talked about like the homies too. I have like the whole homie collection of like the little figurines of the homies that you'd get at the quarter machines. You'd get
remember
the little homies.
You remember the what was it? Garbage Pail Kids cards.
Yep, the Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah, those were cool.
Yep.
Those
Yeah,
were
I had all those, and yeah, it's there's some Cabbage Patches around here, and yeah, I don't understand. I think it's all symbology, but I don't think there's.
I don't think they sell.
I don't think
that
that-
many, they don't sell that many cabbages.
That's proper evolution. You know, that's not how evolution works.
Random fan, are you going to the reggae festival to see Rasta scratching on the turntables?
Yeah, Taco Tuesday, random fan. Taco Tuesday.
I was made in
better be
Lockheed, so it's not too far fetched.
You were made in Lockheed Martin.
Yes.
Yeah.
My father worked at Lockheed when I was born.
He was.
Well, I mean,
I figured
the
that
Rock.
out.
He talked about the Atlantis a little bit ago, and you know, like that is interesting because, like, you know, it contradicts a lot of you know what we're led to believe because yeah, the Atlanteans, you know, they had multiple different groups that were there on Atlantis, and they, you know, when it was disrupted and separated, all those groups, you know, they scattered around and are still with us today. You know, like their soul seeds keep cycling back through and are riding through to the end of whatever this is, this mad twisted simulation that we're in. Because like it is like, yeah, it's a physical. I mean, it's definitely physical, but it's also a simulation.
Yeah.
In every aspect of it. I mean, it's all numbers and formulas and
Feels
I
like
mean
a
the way
Truman Show
planes
sometimes.
fly and cars drive and boats float. You know, it's a simulation.
It's a base reality
Yeah.
that we're stuck in. We're stuck in a base reality.
And that's
God.
how witchcraft works too. Because like that's how you can just say like a magic spell and then all of a sudden something shifts in your in the matrix, in the simulation, because you said the magic words. So like sometimes a door will open or a portal, you know, and that's why they have like CERN and you know, other places. They've got multiple of these collider places all around the world that are opening up these like portals, and they're unleashing things. You know, they're definitely doing a lot of stuff. They can, you know, alter. They can. I believe that some people have access to step back into time and to pause time, do whatever.
My son is a magician. He claims to be a magician. My
Really?
son.
Who's that?
What is he?
My
what kind of-
son.
What kind of magic
He
tricks does
also-
he like? What does he
He
do?
also
Anything?
plays the guitar, and he restrung a 12-string guitar, and he says it's magic the way he did it. I got a video I can show you him playing the bass guitar a long time ago. He's better at it now.
What is he? Yeah, he's good.
He's got into Satanism.
Yeah.
Because I let him go to public schooling, and he got his teachers got him involved in evolution and Satanism.
Yeah. My cousin got into Satanism. He had that Necronomicon book, and he ended up committing suicide. He killed himself, and it's led to like this demonic foreshadowing over my entire family lineage, because like he was like brother to me, like he was like my best friend, and he just like, you know, he got into the Satanism, and it was right around the time when Kurt Cobain killed himself too, and just
wow.
Yeah,
he's
sorry.
living on my property now, in a 45-foot bus, and I didn't know what he was doing until I got on his Instagram today and checked out some of his Instagram.
Well, you just found out today? Like,
yeah, just today I found his Instagram page, and I've been going through it. And he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, one of my good friends here in Portland, he's actually a Luciferian, and he's all about it. You know, he talks about how like he believes that Lucifer is the light bearer and all this crazy stuff, you know, and loves like they had this band. Where's the pen for it? Let me see if I can find it. It's
no, I'm telling you, he thinks he's a magician, and I believe he does have some magical powers. There's always women coming to his place.
This is my friend's band. They had these hat pins. It's called Laser Piss. And it was kind of a joke, but it's like laser piss. And he's got like the pentagram and the spiral and bat wings. And this is like his hat pin. I've had this thing for years because like it's like a death metal band. And I went and saw him play here in Portland a couple different times. They were epic. I mean, like I say, like Satan will totally just, you know, bless you with all the abilities if that's the road you want to take. You know, like
I didn't know that my son was so good at playing guitar.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like Bob Dylan and others have like, you know, talked about how, you know, like that the guitar is like interesting to me because like I think like there is a way to like master the guitar without actually mastering the guitar by selling your soul. That's what I've come to terms with because I play the guitar, and you know, I can only get so far on the guitar. But it's like,
sure, yeah.
But it's like some of these, you know, I think they're presented with this option, and there's probably like some spell in these spell books where they open it up and they're like, here's the spell to become the greatest guitarist in the world ever. All you have to do is sign on the dotted line that you sell your soul to Satan and just sign on the X and we're all good. You can just pick up that guitar and you can just and
yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, I mean, because that's all that makes sense to me.
A lot of it, Rasta, I figured out is just effects pedals.
Yeah, but I mean, these guitarists though that like clearly they've admitted they've sold their souls.
Well, they know how to use that effects pedal really well.
I mean, same
you know,
as like with hip hop and everything else. You know, like some of these big, you know, like Eminem and Jay-Z and all these big hip hop names. You know, they talk about selling their soul to the devil as well.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
You know, like Jay-Z, I just read this thing the other day. He's worth like $2.5 billion. And he was being interviewed about like how his cousin at this family gathering came up to him and asked him for like $4,800, you know, for like a business venture that he was doing. And Jay-Z's like, nah, that ain't how it works. And it's like they did the math and they're like, that's the equivalent of somebody making like $50,000 a year and somebody asking them for a dime. And it's like he wouldn't even give his cousin a dime. You know, it's like because it gets wicked. You know, like you think it's all fun and games, and that's why, you know, some of us who are on a righteous path have it pretty rough. You know, like we're barely getting by. We're poor as can be because we go through this journey, you know, living a humble life. And we see all these people who have already sold their souls, like the ones who have taken the vaccine and accepted the beast system. They're living the life, they're living it up, but they don't have their soul anymore. And that's the only thing. Like they don't even want their soul, and
they've been deceived because you can't sell. They can always be saved. They just need to repent, turn away.
Yeah, my son, you're talking about your son, Rock. My son, he just turned 17 yesterday, and he won't talk to me right now. It blows my mind. Like, he's been my best friend.
Like that.
He's been my best bud for my whole life. Like, like he was my right hand dude, like, my co-pilot. And last year he went behind my back. He was dating this girl who had, she had been through all this ritual abuse and stuff as a child. And like, it was a real codependent relationship. And so like she coerced him into taking the vaccine. And after I'd shown him all the videos and all the stuff, I mean, he'd been right by my side through all of the whole COVID thing. Mm-hmm. And, so he knew the truth of the situation. He knew that it was all bullshit. And he still, just to get some tail, he went, and rolled up his sleeve and took the vaccines. He's like, oh, it can't be that big of a deal if everyone else is taking it. This girl is definitely worth it. And so, he did that, and then he broke up with her, and now he got with this other girl she's a beautiful girl that he's with, but she cheated on him. She she had him drive 5 hours away to this house and cheated on him. And it was a crazy situation. And now it's like, I feel like she's like some type of plant that's been put there to pull him away from me, because now he wants absolutely nothing to do with me. And it's like, it's heartbreaking for me.
Same thing happened to me. Exactly. A girl got my son involved for pussy. The guys will do anything for pussy, man.
Yep.
I think I was a bad example for my son growing up, maybe. And
I mean, we do the best we can. I probably wasn't the best. I tried to be a good example, but I have 3 kids, 3 different baby mamas, and I tried to make it work with all of them.
Were they homeschooled, or did they go to public school?
My son, he went to public school.
That's where it started. Public school. They get you 17. You're getting ready to get out of school. You got to get pussy. And you're a hero if you're the best pussy getter in high school. That's what they propagandize and push, that smut in school.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And then on top of that, he's started getting a bunch of tattoos, which I don't care. I got my first tattoo when I was 16, and I kind of regret it because, it's a dragon. I'm like, oh, my parents let me get a dragon on my arm, which is it's like I've got the mark of the dragon on my arm, but, it's like, why did they let me do that? But I mean, I don't know, but my son,
some dragons are good.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the way I look at it. I like my dragon. It reminds, because I'm a fire spitter and I spit fire. So, I don't regret any of my tattoos. I mean, my pastor at my church, he's got full sleeve tattoos, and all down his legs, he gets up there on the pulpit with a ball cap on and preaches, and it's super dope, so, and his daughter, same thing, plays the music up in the church, full sleeves and whatever, tatted up. But my son, one of his friends tattooed a freaking some type of machine gun on his arm, just right here. It's so upsetting, because I'm like, your arm, people are going to look at that, You know, it's like they're just gonna see what, like your machine gun on your arm. It's like that's really cool. You know, just like
Got it. I put my own tattoo on when I was 10 years old. That's why you can't. It doesn't look very good. I
What is
did
it?
myself.
What you do? Indian ink?
Indian ink. And
Yeah,
a
yeah,
needle
yeah.
wrapped with string around it. And I did a Playboy bunny, but it don't look very good.
Let's see it. Those
See
tattoos
that?
are still cool though. I've seen. Yeah.
That's and we had to put it on the left. If you put it on your right arm, that means you were gay.
Yeah.
I had to do it with my right hand, and I'm left-handed. So, 'cause I had to do it
why
with my
didn't you?
left
Yeah.
hand,
The
but I
whole
couldn't
point is
put it on this side because then I would have been gay.
the whole point is to do it yourself, right? Like you don't want someone else to just do it for you. Like
They were pushing that Playboy shit way back. I was only 10 years old. That's 1969. They pushing that Playboy. So
Yeah.
I put a Playboy on here.
yeah, it's all part of the agenda. You know, it's all part of the mind control programming. You know, like probably tied in with MK Ultra and all that. You know, it's just, I mean, Hugh Hefner and the mansion. You know, all that was just a big psychological operation. You know, they were turning girls out left and right, and then publishing these magazines and getting them all over the country. Them and Penthouse, which like I've got this. Where is it? And this Penthouse here, not because it's I've got it because it's because it has the Bhagwan Shri Rajneesh in it. It's the article. They interviewed the Bhagwan Shri Rajneesh in it. If I can find the article.
who's he? A Jamaican?
No, he's Osho. I'll show you a picture. He's the Bhagwan. He's the dude.
What's the bag one?
He had a whole compound in Antelope, Oregon. And basically he's from India. He's got billions of followers worldwide. He's a spiritual guru of sorts, who's written hundreds of books on Buddhism, Zen, meditation, Christianity, all of it. And he connects all the dots. And they had an airport. It was in Antelope, Oregon back in like the late 70s, early 80s. There's a Netflix special on it called Wild Country. And yeah, it's a wild deal. I don't know if I can find a picture of him. I just had one. I've got multiple of it around, but yeah, he's a wild individual though. And yeah, I inherited a whole bunch of stuff from the compound there in Antelope, Oregon.
That's crazy.
So,
yeah. All right.
Yeah,
well, go ahead.
But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like I say though, all these magazines and then they, they went from the magazines behind the service station counter, to then, they'd have the porn videos on VHS, and then they just put it free on your cell phone, to where anybody has access to the pornography. And it's it's just all there, and it's just totally eliminates self-worth, because it's where's your value of self? You just totally lose that when you just sell yourself short of so much, because we're worth so much. We're special individuals, and we were created in the image of our Creator. And it's sacred stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody was created in the image.
Yep, we were.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to end it because I feel like going to sleep. So
It's 4 a.m. there, Boston.
You
Yeah,
did
I
get some
gotta
more
get to
mail,
bed
but
too. I
that's
gotta.
okay. You can read it later, I guess.
I gotta get.
Oh, I got another fan mail.
Yeah. You might, hold on. Let me resend it. I think I can send you a better version.
I'll check it out. I'll check it.
Just don't read the bottom part. Hold on.
I'll wait. More fan mail.
Yes, more.
And then we'll get out of here. Fan mail.
Where's Singe Man at?
When I sent it, just don't read.
Boston.
It's really long.
You in Boston?
He's in Cali.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
he's all the way on the west
12
coast.
o'clock. 12 o'clock here. Where are
Yeah,
you at?
It's 3
holy.
a.m. It's 3 a.m. here.
We're
Three
holy
a.m.
beings.
That's
And
right.
all life is precious.
Alright.
But just people are not realizing it. They're so lost. It's crazy.
Why
My
don't hey
nephew, my brother, your son, his son, it's all around us.
Yep, they've disconnected themselves from their source, you know, and
Singe,
Life's
just
so
read
fun. I don't
just read
understand
the-
it. I have so much fun.
Singe, just read the fan mail. Read the fan mail to me. How about that?
Oh, I'm trying to be quiet.
All right. I'll read it.
Because my neighbor's right there.
All right.
I would get too emotional and loud.
Yeah. All right. Let me check.
Or I guess you could read it. Like, can you hear me now? I can
No,
read
I'll
like
get
this.
to it. I'll get to it. No, I'll read it. I'll read it better. You want to?
I didn't know you had a deck.
I don't see it. Is it in the same? Yeah, it's not there yet.
Texted. It's not your text. Your phone.
Oh! You texted it. All right.
I figured that's the best way now.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know why I didn't think of it before.
But I still don't see that either.
Oh, I have internet problems. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Cool. That means this one.
Do you think that the other night my sound was all right and you were just having internet problems?
No, because I could hear you talking, but the guitar is horrible.
All right.
How's that? Did it come through?
No,
Really?
not yet.
Then I don't know.
You just
try
read
one
it.
more time. I'll try one more time, and then I'll just read it.
Just read it.
Yes. Huh. Is that coming through to you? That's weird. Okay. So it says, Dear Bets Raymondson, have I told you how much I love your show? Sorry, but I'm writing to ask you for an extension on the time limit to finish your deck. As you know, I've always had a very poor attitude towards deadlines. I think he should have said good attitude. But however, something unexpected happened. I was in my attic enjoying some wild beetroots. That's good stuff, by the way. Beets are good.
Yeah,
when a hummingbird came flying in, it looked at me with beady little eyes. When it started chirping, I knew it meant business. It made a dive for my blueprints. Oh, I made a dive for my blueprints, but the hummingbird decided to peck my leg and then fly off. I was pecked for sure. See, you would have read it better than me because I got to be quiet.
Yeah.
So shocked was I that I didn't realize that the hummingbird had grabbed my math computations of your deck until much later. That evening, when I was chatting with my best friend, I won't say what they said. I'll say my best friend. I'm not going to say what they said.
Right.
When I suddenly noticed that my maths, ooh, they're from England, was missing. I searched high and low I even looked in some strangers' handbags. Eventually, I reached the obvious conclusion the hummingbird had taken the deck plans to pad its nest. Thank you for being understanding and allowing me more time to complete your deck. Thanks. Jippy the Wonder Carpenter.
The hummingbird stole the deck plans. All right, to make a nest. Wow, what a crazy simulation we're living in. So Rasta, anything else you want to say before I go and rock? Because I'm gonna end it. I gotta end it. I gotta end it sometime.
Thank you for saying that, Rasta. Because
I'm good. I gotta go to bed too. I had a good time hanging out with you guys. As always.
Thanks.
Very good.
Thanks for coming on, Rasta.
Much love to you, Ray, Singe, Rock, everyone in the chat.
Yes, thanks, Rock.
Rat-a-tat-tat.
Pretty tired all of a
You
sudden.
got it like that.
I'm gonna leave
I wrote
this
a bunch of rhymes. Look at this.
I'm gonna leave
I'll
this.
see you guys later.
Look at all this music I wrote the other day.
Thank you, Rock, for coming.
I got some stuff I'm
Oh,
working on. Look at all this.
What is it? Rap, reggae? What is it?
It's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of some stuff.
You've been writing the music or just words?
This is me camping.
Well, I'm just writing the words right now. I feel like I'll get the music going to it, when it's time.
You want me to help you write the music for the words?
Yeah, I think we can get it going because I could just write for days with what's going on.
I could play to anything any way you want to sing it. I can make up different guitar riffs and you can figure it out which one you like the best, and I can show you how to play it on your guitar, and then we can play together and you'll get better.
It's like I'm not crazy. The only thing crazy is how I could be so lazy. So much music, so little time.
Next year.
Too much disaster, not enough rhyme. All in due time. Whoa,
what's your rap
peace.
name?
I don't know. I'm not gonna read it all right now.
What's your rap name?
But
again?
but Rasta, we could work on it.
No, he's not Rasta. What's your rap
I could
name?
I could do reggae bass lines and stuff like that.
He has a rap name. I forget it.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, let's do it. Because I gotta get on with the Andre 222. I found my birth certificate the other day. Check this out. Look at this. I found my birth certificate, and it said on my birth certificate right here. Let me find the spot. This is cool. It says right here, when I was born was 11:22 a.m., which is 222. I was born on the 222.
Nice.
1982.
Got it.
You have access to the emojis, dude. I think because you're a member.
I was born on the 111.
Custom emojis.
One nice.
Wow.
Very nice.
21st is the 111th day of the year.
Very nice.
Yeah.
222 is angel code, Glenn from Boston. It's anytime you see the 222s, it's angelic coding from the above, from the angelic warriors, part of the 144,000 that were sent here for this time.
Nice. Yes. Chosen.
Nice.
Yeah. Chosen. Yes.
Yeah. And we are all, like if you feel it, you feel it. If you
Actually,
know,
I
you know.
started saying it in 2020. I did say 2020. I've been saying we were chosen, right? Ray? I've been saying it for 3 years.
Yeah. He's been saying it.
Although,
all right. Well,
did you know me 3 years ago? I think you did. I think I followed you first before I joined you. Jippy the Wonder Carpenter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
I'm gonna oh, is this Rock's son?
Glenn from Boston.
I'm actually gonna smoke a spliff first. Roll a fat spliff. The good ganja. I'm gonna have here. see what kind of split material I got here. My bowl here.
Let's look at the last thing that the girls argued about. What was that? What was the last thing? It's for fun. We love them both.
It almost looks like he strung it backwards. The guitar. To make it a lefty or whatever.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
His
And that's
eyes
what-
are tripping. His eyes are tripping me out. What's going on with that? He needs to do some mushrooms.
Yeah, it's a 12-string guitar.
Yeah, I
It's
can
a
tell.
short clip. It should start at the beginning. Got it.
He looks
Look at the
excited.
bass.
Could he do?
Got it. String.
He looks excited.
It's a magic guitar now.
Great. He needs to spend more time doing that and less time doing other things. Tell him that. You'd be better off to stay there, play guitar, don't run around with your friends, quote unquote friends, who are not really your friends.
Yeah. He knew.
Explain it to me! Magic's real! Well, no, music is music is magic.
He definitely knew some scales, like all the way like 12-string scales and stuff like that. That's pretty cool.
He needs
Yeah,
to
that's
keep
cool.
going. Keep going. And,
What's up? You want to keep going, Cinch?
no, I said his son needs to keep going. That's good because if he goes to an
Well,
electric,
it was a TikTok video, so he only had that much.
no, I know.
amount of
From
time.
I can tell though. From that's an acoustic. If you go to an electric, he'll be like way faster and
Yeah, once
You
you learn
play
an
acoustic
acoustic,
for 2 years and then you hop on electric, you're like, what?
the electric's
shred.
easy. It's
Yeah.
like a
Acoustic's
baseball
the
player
best.
who like swings like 3-4 bats before the thing, and then he picks up a bat, and it's just like easy.
Ding,
That's
yeah.
how it is with the guitar. All
I
right,
love acoustic.
thank
It
you,
makes me
everybody.
good.
Peace.
Amitabha.
We back. Thought it was over, stupid? Never. Twinning. King of the projects, he broke the walls down. His crib was both apartments. Double living rooms, shot it under both couches. Schwarzenegger been dead for sexual crazy forever. A studded glove made of Mediterranean leather. Bitches in every bed, intimate involving sister wives. The kitchen knives, just line, get your bitch in line. Make a shit out of nothing like a savage does. Walk up to the biggest bing bong bing, stab him up. When guns blast, blood splash, ass the front. Plug had a mustache like Captain Crunch. Young Pesci Pompadour, El Mahibo with the cowboy hat like Pablo Moore. Speak across between coca products and tokenomics, so bionic. It's ultrasonic how I smoke the chronic. Pistolero for me, Billy Bolero. Barrel wrapped in aluminum foil like a meatball hero. Oh, you better smarten up, but you know's not enough. Bottom up, saw the shot in your half and shot him up. You better smarten up, but you know's not enough. Line him up, for the body and laugh, you out of luck. You better smarten up, but you know's not enough. Bottom up, saw the shot in your half and shot him up. You better smarten up, but you know's not enough. Line him up, for the body and laugh, you out of luck. Fucking shitting me? Yeah, we back. Big Brooklyn shit, y'all. Gorilla Twins ethos. Bing bong. Yow, yow, yow. Don't ever in your life disrespect me. I'm on Jamaica Bay getting brain riding jet skis. Paper coming hefty. Keep my money in my right pocket, cause the devil was a lefty. See, and if I was you, I wouldn't trust me. Catholic school uniforms, I rock the Husky. Shorty, you kinda dusty. I know if we fuck, that pussy must be. It must be. I know your mother, she a custard. Gave her credit when she was sick and now she loved me. Now we getting awards and setting up tours. My Averex in 98 was better than yours, that's a fact of it. Took it back and put the bat of it. Walking up and down Mermaid, who wanna battle me? You don't know no rap as hard as us. Put the barrel to your forehead, you better smarten up. Know the fucking vibes. Gorilla Twins is back. Like we never left, stupid. Brooklyn. Yo, Bill, let's get it.
People, what's the matter? You bums forgot how to kill people? Doesn't your work mean anything to you anymore? Have you no sense of pride in what you do? No sense of duty? No sense of destiny? I'm looking for generals! What do I got? Foot soldiers!
Yo, Ben, what up? Salute. Ferrigno, salute. Alright, look. Yeah. See, he ducking. I ain't even have to show him the three. When them shots fly, he ain't even know it was me. How you got chains, stupid, you supposed to be free. I laugh at you assholes like it's cold in the D. It's a million Philly killers, most notably me. Put your mob against the wall like a poster of P. What you think inside this big black host on me? It's the crucifix that dangled from the rosary bead. Ain't nobody fucking with me. Everybody know the time. Motherfuckers didn't get the picture like a photobomb. The driveway full of Aston Martins like a Motorcon. Aim the yapper, let these bitches fly till he emulsify. This the Church of Satan, it's the final invitation. Everybody dying, this is final destination. Me and you can go to war, that's the price a soldier pay. The knife word cut the clavicle and touch the shoulder blade. Blood everywhere, spend the night, copper pennies get shot in the head. Salute you with a shot of Henny.
Creep up on you silently with the phone nickel shining so vibrantly.
Blood everywhere, spend the night, copper pennies get shot in the head. Salute you with a shot of Henny.
Creep up on you silently with the phone nickel shining so vibrantly.
Killers with Phil down in you eyes. I killed the mob of you guys. Fuck the fries, just kebab you with knives. Everybody got mafia ties. White castles as a bar, mixed for appetizers, shotties and nines. Gucci gooses on display, shooters on the way. Gooses on the bay, the Farrah pizza buffet. An exclusive day. Banana hands like Tony Robbins. Spumoni Gardens, the Coney down that homie. We keep the chromie popping. Rocking the 14th century death mask. Gazelle goggles and Fendi headbands. I talk that Brooklyn shop you up talk. Shoot on like you used to fuck off. You never had enough sauce for blood sport. Nor the stomach the floors with the drugs bought. Caught 100 the floors like a drug lord. Swimming pool shaped like a dollar sign. And choppers that make a day raid by the Columbine. Raiders of the laws, cocaine, Satan mass. Papers of the frauds, Cobodess with the ancient math. Blood everywhere, spend the night, copper pennies get shot in the head. Salute you with a shot of Henny.
Creep up on you silently with the phone nickel shining so vibrantly.
Blood everywhere, spend the night, copper pennies get shot in the head. Salute you with a shot of Henny.
Creep up on you silently with the phone nickel shining so vibrantly.
what they want. I know what they want. I know what they want.
Cause you're helping me stay strong. And I will never fade. But you're keeping it really safe. With a smile I can see it's fake. But you're keeping it really safe. With a smile I can see it's fake.
Catch me on the island, weekend getaway. Plus a shorty that knows how to make it stay. All these jewels on me, I stay iced out. Keep it chilly during summer when I ride out.